What's that? Oh, I know what it is. That's a NASCAR. At a NASCAR thing. Going around in a circle. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Musket 250. The European Sportsman split. And we're driving around in these things. Adam Pacaponte giving us a nice look at the shallow banking that they're going to have to deal with today. I'm not the expert here. For anybody watching, that's not me. It's actually Craig that's more the expert. Craig, what do these guys have to look around for when they're...
NASCAR thingy. Good afternoon, everybody. I will take Rob into a dark room after this race after saying the NASCAR thingy. Welcome to the Musket 250, a staple in the NASCAR Pro Wheeling Modified Tour Series. Now, what are the Modifieds? Well, they are one of the oldest forms of NASCAR racing, so oval racing, that America has. In fact, the only part of NASCAR that is open-wheeled racing. These things are old. 1947, the modified division was made, and because of the idea of modifying your stock car to something that looks like this or something similar to this to make it modified and race, it was the series to race back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And then when the 70s came, NASCAR decided we've got to get the stock car popular, and they made the Cup Series, or as it used to be known, the Winston Cup Series back then, and the modifieds were put into a little bit of a... just pushed to one side. They're minor leagues, is what they like to call them. They're not part of the big three. But this is a very popular race. In real life, we see restrictor plates around here. I'm not 100% sure we see restrictor plates on the iRacing Verge of New Hampshire. One of my favourite wacky ovals in America, New Hampshire, an intermediate 1 mile long track with a road course outside of the oval, which is why I really love it. Yeah, that's the only thing. Practically little to no banking on these corners. It's fantastic to see. We get two 125 laps races around here. That's going to be fun, but Rob's loving the fact that it's an open wheel. Look, Rob, it's one of your formula thingies.
I can't believe you've done this. This is how you get back. This is how you get back at me.
This is how I get back at you. This is how I get back at you. You happy?
I mean, it's open wheeled, but none of the advantages of what open wheeled has. Open wheeled has tons of downforce for, well, most of the cars. To actually give you an idea of what the car is, it is an SK Wheeling Tour Modified. Wrong McPherson. Absolute, or, yeah, wrong McPherson. I got it right, I think. His knowledge is top-notch today. Good points for him.
By the way, it's a V8 engine. We're talking a small block V8. That's what most people use. The sizes can be different. Usually a four barrel carburetor. Basically, like the idea of what a modified is came to something like this, with tubular chassis around the outside of the build, around the outside of the car. You've got an intake, an air intake on the top of the hood. If you get into the cockpit view, it's such a weird view, but at the same time, with how planted these cars are, and they're only 2 gears. How planted they are is just amazing. I think if you were in a cup car, you'd be doing... Someone's going to have to correct me here, because I didn't do New Hampshire last season. I think you're looking at like 20, 22, 23 second laps, and you're looking at 30 to 31 seconds around here. They're doing their 4 laps of qualifying right now. In fact, qualifying's almost over.
I think qualifying is actually already over, kind of. Essentially, people are just trying to get practice laps.
There's 15 seconds left to go. There's 15 seconds left to go. I mean, we can practically just confirm the qualifying results, I would say.
Yes, our man with a plan is Adam Pacaponte, coming home in a 34.27. It's all 30 seconds until you get about... Oh, actually, crikey, it's all 30 seconds until you get about halfway down the list. But thank you to everybody tuning in for, well, more so allowing us a little bit of a discrepancy when it comes to making mistakes. We'll let the qualifying scroll by. They're all in the same car, 2 gears. It's going to be essentially Screech. I think that's the best way to put it.
They sound amazing, don't they? They're so nice, and yeah, it's gonna be fantastic just to hear them. They're slower. They're supposed to be slower as the age as an MX-5. True, but like, look at these things.
He's talking about the Formula V, by the way. For anybody,
the Formula V, sorry.
For anybody who were watching this, he was talking. You kind of went into that like sharpish. You didn't even say.
Yeah,
I was thinking to myself.
I just go
people are going to be very
the...
concerned that a V8.
Also, Rob.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you something. This is also the first time you get to see the new pace car. You have not seen it yet.
Oh, correct. Yeah, you actually are correct. Yeah.
It's the first time Rob gets to see the pace car, ladies and gentlemen, the brand new sedan, which I like. A lot of people don't like, but I like. Maybe they could change the paintwork on it, but I do like the look of it.
I'm already looking at it. It looks. Oh dear. I'm actually not liking that look.
Oh. Well, while you pick your head up, while you pick your jaw up or your disappointment up, let me just quickly run over after 3 races what are the top 10. Now, there's a tie for 10th, so we'll go over it. Well, Sean B. Brown, who is currently P9 at the start here, will lead the championship by 3 points away from Mike Gaunt, who is on P2. Jack Weddle is down there as well. He's at P3. Stefan Rossman is into 4th. Stuart Elder 5th. Corbin Solomonson is also 5th. Eric Feek is 7th. Colin Ward and Jan Brony is 8th both. And David Wilson Jr. and Mason Marsoff are 10th. Adam Bacaponte, after just 1 race, is 12th. Could be interesting. Now, I cannot remember if this is a 2-lap pace lap due to the fact it's an intermediate. So what I will say when we get ready, this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. The Musket 250. It is our tour modified day.
Half of it. Because it's technically 2 races. With a 5-minute break in between. But of course, it is the Raidillon TV own corner you need. And we're getting ready. With the boys absolutely setting it off. Adam Facaponte launching his car with the green flag. Barney is waving as he gets ready to go into the first corner. That is going to be Jack Weddle and Anderson going side by side past first apex. It's a clean start so far for the top 6 or 7 as everybody started moving around. I think everybody's just trying to get themselves sort of slotted in and just trying to see if they can make some early moves. This group of them gaggle in the background. We're still looking at Troy Anderson and Jack Weddle, looking to see if they're still going side by side. Jack Weddle on the inside, Anderson on the outside. Anderson is the purple and white numbered accented car. Jack Weddle, the black number 25, black and blue number 25. He's slotted back into place, and now it's a procession. Colin Ward looking to see if he can get Jack Weddle, well, Jack Weddle to, Weddle his way back, towards the back of the grid and see if he can get in a few places. Follow the name Missed Apex, and he wants to miss that Apex so he can slot in on the inside. 92, looking to see if he can do something about it. 3 laps gone already. It is a 125 lap first stint, and then it'll be 125 laps after this, so plenty of racing to go along as Colin Ward slipping off the back end of Jack Weddle. Troy Anderson looking on the inside of the car number 44, as we do have some movers in the background. That is Jan Brony's. He's already made up 2 positions this lap.
Peter Dolomar also made up a position as well. Just taking a different line there. I think Brad Walsh, Eric Fick there went a little bit wide onto the first, and you can see the card there for Brony just trying to slide around here. This middle groove is perhaps the better line that they will want to take here. As we saw earlier, Jack Weddle was taking that lower line, was not able to do anything. The run Brad Walsh has got here, he may want to just put his nose in here. It's not a full throttle lap. They are going to have a tap of the brakes at the later stages. Bit of lifting as well. You can see Walsh trying to find that run. And if he's not on that slipstream, he's not going to be able to find this run. In fact, just doing this, they're starting to lose time here. And the caution is out. I did not see what happened there. Where is that caution? It looks like, there's a spinner at the front. Marsoff had a spin. Looks like he just lost it himself. Oh, no, he came together. He came together with Eric Fick. We were talking about Fick. Vic just held the line, a little bit of a tap in there from Marsoff, and I think behind Somebody tried to go for a check up there. Who went for checking up? Was that Thomas Sabanagel? Behind him, sorry. It was Marco Smith. Marco Smith behind was checking up, and forcing Oliver Zimmerman just not ready in time, and that's what we call an arc.
Yeah, Eric Feek got very lucky.
Yeah.
But Marzov, I think that engine just went by, just popped in a replay. Yes, it did. And that's the car number 74, Marco Schmidt, racing in a very nice livery, but that is damage, unfortunately, to his car. First caution of the day. And
just unlucky there, really, because it did look like that Vic was he had the move made. He was safe, running the wall. He was getting all the aero he needed, and I think somebody just got a little bit too close. And of course, it's hard to see in these things because you can see to the, if you've got triple monitors or you've got a good FOV, you can see to the right, but you've also got that massive air intake in the way. So your right side is very obstructed if you've not got triples. Or VR. It's a very challenging drive, if I'm brutally honest, if you don't have that.
It's, I would imagine it gets easier. I'd imagine. Unless I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but I'd imagine it gets easier the more you spend with these cars. It'd be like anything else in life,
I think Dave Cameron called these the greatest secret on iRacing. They are so fun to drive.
I will still say LMP1 is better, but that's my own biased opinion. I just love LMP too much. Okay,
not with the things I've been hearing about the LMP ones. We'll leave it at that.
Lights are still on. Pace car is going to. Let me get a look at this pace car actually. While we're waiting for this, the first. I will say the super late model is better than the LMP. Oh well.
I didn't know Jeff McConey was in here. Oh, it isn't.
Pace car is actually going to go around for another lap. It's actually a lot. I was expecting it to be like Daytona, where it's like what you call it? It is like 2 or 3 pace laps, and that's it. It just goes right back in. This one seems to be very adamant on keeping people out.
Yeah. So what you're not aware of, Rob, is last year iRacing made a change to the way pace laps are done on iRacing, and super speedways and longer tracks do less laps behind the pace car. They actually do a lot less compared to what you will see on something like this, just because you're pacing on a super speedway. It's different than if you're pacing on a intermediate like this. So that just gives you an idea. It's a longer pace lap compared to what we're used to when it comes to the likes of Daytona. I do believe, I just got to double check, it is double file.
Well, they're forming up to do double file. The pace car will be in this lap. The lights have gone off. I really don't like that pace car look. Every second I'm looking at it, it looks like a Skoda, but debadged.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Every time I've heard it, it's a Skoda mixed with a Chevy mixed with a Ford and stuff like that. People,
the rear end is definitely Skoda. The rear end is. Yeah, but
iRacing wanted a sedan. iRacing wanted a sedan that they had their own thing.
What would it be like to do pace lap on the Nordschleife? I have seen that done before.
I don't want to see it done.
It took them 18 minutes to pace around Nordschleife. They did it by accident.
Anyway,
back to it again. 117 laps to go. It'll be 116 when they cross the line. Adam Facaponti on the inside. Mike Gaunt on the outside. That'll be the car number 21 on the outside. He'll be the one to look at once they get back racing. And Facaponti wastes no time. As soon as the pace car is in, he's absolutely gunning for it. He's already got about 2 car lengths ahead of Mike Gaunt. And on the backwards, that's Sam Whatley battling the 115 on the outside, looking to see if he can get back towards Colin Ward. As, oh my crikey, it's a gaggle of gaggles. Just, they're all grouped together, but they're also all grouped together in the back like a bubble. They all want to get past each other, and they all want to do it now. And you just see
it'll be a free wide in a minute. You can just see
it is. Look, it is. I mean, look at it. I mean, I'm looking at what Kai Askey is looking at, or excuse me, Kai Aspie is looking at right now. He's looking at Dolomer, Bronny, and Crozier behind him, just going, oh, let's do battle, boys. Come on, let's joust.
They went 3 wide. They decided to go 2 wide. Some more 2 wides at the back, and they're just trying to find the runs. Remember, it's not a case of sending it down here. Make your runs and you get going, and that's what it looks like at the front there. That's the number 20 of Sean Brown being pressuring Stuart Elder there. Going into the inside is Brown. He pushed the 115 of Elder, the Miss Apex car, out the way. Watley and Elder, the two Miss Apex drivers, are now split. Great little run there from Brown. Does Elder respond here? He's going to try and go to the inside. He does have a bit of a run, but he's just too far away after going so wide. So Brown will move up the P7 with that, and that's just the case of short track racing. I know that sounds crazy on a mile, but it does feel like a short track to me with these things. Kenneth Reader behind is also just looking at this and realizing Elder's making mistakes. He's trying to get back up fast. He's getting back up too soon. They have two sets of tyres this race, so he has to be careful. And Reader is just looking and thinking, maybe I get a go. And you can see the lines. Reader is following the line. Elder took Brown, takes a different line, and Brown just getting a bit more speed out of those corners. That's what we're looking at the moment. And these guys have all gone. Eric Vick has hit the wall. He's had a little bit of a wall tap there.
I did see that at the corner of my eye. I think he's not having a good time in that car. He's down 3 places. David Crozier, due to that wall strike, he's able to go up to 12th overall, and he's gained 8 places. And so he's the man to watch as he misses. I don't know what he's going a very wide line coming into the corner. Then he's tucking it in. He's doing like what an F1 driver would do. He almost a 180, where they go very wide, they slip out very wide, and then they just tuck it in to have a very good launch out of it. But isn't the strategy just to hug it at the apex, in the middle of the apex, and then let it drift out naturally to the wall?
You can square it off, as they say, and that is go wide, kiss the apex, and then go wide again. That is a strategy we may see later in the race as the tyres start to wear a little bit. A lot of tyre wear will be happening here. Continuing to look around. Looks like Kenneth Reader, he is pushing Elder. Elder is gonna look at that run. Look at that run from Reader. Unable to make it work though. He had a run there, but I think he might have got a little bit loose or something. He was just having to lose it there. But look how close he's getting. He's getting so much speed in the middle of the exit, and then it's just gone. And I hear the tyres squealing, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe he's just overdoing it at the moment.
He's seeing on the inside. I mean, we're looking to his. He's wanting to set the car to the left of the 115, and he wants to. Oh, and you just see him there. He thinks about it.
Backsliding. Yeah. The backsliding for the Grizzly. The Grizzly TFR car there on Missed Apex. He is trying to get it. He feels comfortable though. You think about it, we're only at lap 18 of 125. He does feel comfortable, but then it goes wide into the corner, and this is what you're looking at. Yeah, remember they don't like to take the whole apex around here. That little apex, Rob would be used to with road racing. Hug the inside, get as close to the apex as possible. That's not the fastest line around here unless you're trying to go for an overtake, but he's unable to. But he's still with him. They've got P11 and onwards, which is Carl Aspie and onwards. They're not in the slipstream. They're not to worry about. These top 10 are practically in their own little battle at the moment. It does look nice seeing these cars go around turn 1 and turn 2. Really is nice seeing this, and they're all just holding on to their own lines.
Well, they're not really getting away from each other either, because apart from the group gaggles that are now sort of splitting off from each other, top 4 is now splitting away from 5th to 10th. But I mean, you can still see them. There's still a very noticeable gap, but they can still see each other. It's still better than what happened at Daytona, which was gaggles of 2s and 3s. Well, I think that's just also the fact that the Daytona is a lot longer and a lot larger of a track. These guys also have the issue of tires.
They only get 2 sets. And I believe that counts the set they're also using. So they've got to be careful, got to make the right choice. So really when we get to about lap 50 is when we'll probably see people start to roll the dice. Lap 60, 70 will be when we probably see them start to really consider. And to be fair, when you realise, yeah, it's an hour-long race, 125 laps, providing as the caution just what I'm about to say. And I believe that is...
Oh, that is Brad Walsh and Zimmerman and Thomas...
They went three wide.
Ooh,
They went three
crikey.
wide. Look at it. That's the 77 there. Who's that? That's the 77. So that was Thomas Van Putt. That was Wolf Dietrich Holzo. And I believe the 77, that was Thomas Stevennagel. And they all go three wide into four. Not something you want to see. Can be done. It can be done. Is it done? A little bit of a tap at the end there, I think.
Oh, Brad Walsh wasn't even part of it. Brad Walsh wasn't even part of it. He just got collected.
He got collected. Yeah, he got collected, and everybody, but they were three wide. They were three wide. I think it could have been made, but it just looked like the slide.
Yeah.
Wolf Dietrich, I think, just turned in a little bit too much. He turned left too much. You've got Cybernego as well. There's no gap there. They're almost rubbing tires there, and then yeah, it just comes to the fact they finished their corner. I mean, you've got on the right Thomas Van Putt. He doesn't need to be there. And he gets collected. He was clear of both of them. Both of those guys, if they finish the corner, just turn into each other. Just an unfortunate event. But
and you can just see here, this is on board with Thomas. He's trying to scramble, and then just bang. On the left is a car waiting to greet him, and that is one blown engine. So he...
And Brad Walsh was, as you can imagine, Brad Walsh was not very happy to be caught up there, being caught in the wreck, really, when they were going three wide.
Yeah.
Probably early time to go three wide as well, in all due fairness, but such a
We've got a fair few people coming into the pits as we come back to live pictures. There's a fair few people coming into the pits, and Brad Walsh, oh, he's missed his box. Oh, he's not having a good day.
It's crazy because I'm watching back the whole thing, and it's a case of they're saying don't go three wide there. Well, they didn't go three wide. They were too wide. And then you've got Van Putt up the front going totally wide with nowhere to go. He just overcooks it. And then as he's trying to keep that high line, then it makes it three wide. And then those two come together. So they were going to crash regardless if they were three wide or not. Van Putt had nothing to do with that. Unfortunately, Van Putt got put into the wall. I'm sorry.
Can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this.
I'm sorry.
So have we had anybody take tires? Because there's people that have been into the pits for like 37 seconds.
I don't think so.
I mean,
a lot of it would be fuel.
Really? It takes you 32 seconds? I thought these tanks lasted an age, though.
They might have. Unfortunately, I do not know the animation, so I don't know if we get to see if the tires are on or not.
Well, if they go up on the jacks, like, it'll be, it'll be them gaining tires. So big movers. David Wilson Jr. He has gained 14 positions. He started 27th on the grid. He is one of the big movers. Now, where is the other big mover? Where was he? Where is he?
Well, pace lights. The lights are off on the pace car, by the way. So
and they're going to be
going live once again.
Two-file restart.
Double file ring start once
Ring
again. Yep,
start.
we're ringing. We're ringing to tell you when to start this race.
Bring. Hello? Second caution. Yeah, you can end now. Thank you.
So we wait again. Remember, it's going to be Vaccaponte and Mike Gaunt will be the first two. Once again. They've started this race 1 and 2. They continue to lead this race. They haven't even changed positions. It's just been Vaccaponte really dominating the Pittsburgh native. The Pennsylvania native, sorry. Not from Pittsburgh. He's from central Pennsylvania. I got it wrong. He goes again. He catches them all sleeping a little bit. Be interested to see if Troy Anderson tried to make a run this time. Does not. Behind, though, it looks like Jack Weddle is under threat from Colin Ward. Colin Ward is making some moves up the order now. He's now into P5. And he's just trying to find a way. They're all just casually in their single files. A lot of free wide though at the back. Oh, wow. You see that at the back? Too wide there. Free wide almost. I think, yeah, they're going free wide into the corner. I did see that. I think that was Carl Aspie, Jan Brony. Yeah, Jan Brony, Peter Dolomer continue to battle. There's two wides at the back as well. These two continue. Peter Dolomer in the 51 there, the Red Bull livery there, just losing out to Brony, who's able to get that car around, defends it around the outside. Good racing there from Brony.
Dolomer is still trying to move back up. He's in 11th now. He's gained one position and he's going to try and take it to the top 10. It's probably the best time for him. The tires are a little bit worn and he has got his eyes set to try and overtake. I think that is Jan Brony coming into one. Does he go? He doesn't go for it, but he's actually wiggling a little bit. Ooh, that car is a bit unsettled. He's not been into pits yet, so he'll have a lightened car. It'll be a bit better for the tire wear, but I mean...
Ooh, Rob, there's free wide. Sorry to interrupt, there's free wide at the back. That's thick, Brown and Crozier, sorry. Going free wide, and I think the 37 of Crozier has just overtaken two cars there in going free wide into 1 and 2 and finishing it off in 3. Great move there from Crozier. I think he may have taken tires or something. Some of these guys probably not taking it at the moment. A lot of these guys, you can see the same team livery on them, and it looks like the 60 of Eric Vick is, after that great start, great qualifying, he's not having a good time at the moment.
Crozier did indeed take him to the pits. He's just now overtaken the 57 of Simon Thorns. Thorns has also gone into the pits, but I think he's having trouble getting the tires warm, or he's just not had a good lap. He's actually falling down the pecking order. Now, Crozier now leads the people who have gone into the pits as he comes up behind Ian Maziva, car number 78, racing, and more so trying to stave off any further competition. He's gained 8 places. He'd like to keep it that way, but you can see these cars are starting to slide around a lot. Van Putt, he slid into 3 and 4, and he's just trying to, oh crikey, he's trying to hold on to the car. Jan Maziva, he's probably going to have to give it up. He has. He's yielded the position to Crozier. How do you pronounce his last name?
Crozier, I would have thought David Crozier is just, he's on a rampage at the moment, trying to get up to the front of the rest of the field, because again, the top 8 are just gone again. There's almost 2 seconds between Stuart Elder and Carl Absby, who are, who was basically 8th and 9th, and that just is just a gap. Just able to continue. Nothing happening at the front. Drivers still trying to find their line, keep it safe. Just wait for a run if they get it. Otherwise, they're just going to hold in and just hope for the feature and that they get a good position for the feature. Ponte and Mike Gaunt just holding on there, doing their around 31 second laps, 31 zeros, 39. So you get the idea of what the leaders are doing, but we're looking all around because I think that 266 of Bernard Gutierrez, it's just, he's trying to find a line, he's trying to find a run. Is this where he gets the run? Still too far. Still too far away. But if he just pushed the pressure on, he might push Dolomer high. Maybe. That's probably what he's hoping for at the moment.
It's mostly just trying to see if he can put Dolomer in a position where he's made a mistake and he can't recover from it. And look how much he's actually sliding now. I think Bernard is a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for, gentle on his tires for this first run. So I think he's starting to reap the rewards. Is he looking on the inside of the car number 51 there? He's really starting to look on the inside. I mean, look how close he is coming into 3 and 4. Let's try and gauge how fast or how much more stable he is. He's not looked on the inside. He's kind of looking on the inside. I think he's just trying to force, and you can see.
I think that's his line. I think that's his line he wants to try and take. He's just taking a little bit under those white lines, which is that white line, which is basically almost what I call part of the middle groove that they're using. They're trying to just put themselves in between. You can see he's really going under that line. He's really going a little bit lower on the groove, and he's just trying to find either some grip, or he's trying to wear in the track a little bit, hoping for what he can do. The track, by the way, is quite rubbered in after the 2-hour practice before the race, so they do have the timings, but Bernard at the moment just unable to get anything, and it may be that Dolomar might get a run here on Jan Bruni. He's looking, does not get it, so these three just tied up together at the moment, just doing their 31.4s. It's not where they want to be. You can see they're trying to get by, but yeah, you've got to find a run out of 2 and 4, sorry, if you're going to make a run into 1
he's looking on the inside. Dolomar's looking on the inside of Jan Brony for top 10. I think it's a two-way battle now. He's trying to prevent Bernard from looking on his inside, and he's also trying to get onto the inside of Brony. So it is a three-way duel, essentially. I mean, who's going to come out third best? I think everybody wants to occupy the middle, or the front. I think the person at the back of the bus, or the figurative bus, being Bernhard now at this moment in time, I think he's having the worst of all worlds.
You got to remember the top 10 get inverted for the second race. Bruni is currently in that position to be pole for the second race. So this P10 is quite crucial for that race too. So you can see why Dolomite is pushing hard. And it looks like, he had a run. He had a run there. Is he going to have a go for it now? There's going to be an overlap right here. In he goes into 1. Tap at the back there from Bruni. I think Dolomite got a little bit washed up and forced out of the No, he didn't. Bruni came down on him. It's not worked for him. Dolomite goes up to P10. And now Bruni is under the threat of Bernard Gutierrez.
I think Bruni was thinking that Dolomar. We'll just have a quick replay of this now, just to show, ladies and gentlemen, what happened. This was the actual run that took place, and if we look on his front right suspension and go into slow-mo, we can see that just holding his line. He was actually holding his line a lot better than Brony was. Brony, however, if we go back to him and see how he handled it, remember, this is now 2 laps ago. The move for top 10 by Peter Dolomar, and you can see Dolomar right here making a move, and as he does make the move, he's tucking in onto the inside, but he's not, from his perspective, Dolomar washed up to him, but from Dolomar's perspective, Brony came in too tight. I think it's just
he almost tried to square that. He almost tried to square that corner, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Well, lap 41. Well, it's lap 42 now, but lap 41, last lap, Kenneth Reeder made the overtake on Sam Watley. Finally got past both at the fixed apex? The missed apex. I think a fixed apex is something completely different. Finally got by both of them. And he's actually, looking at it, he's starting to pull himself into the top 5. He's a second behind Colin Ward. He's starting to pull by as Sam Watley. Looks like he's going hard into the corners. He's getting faster entry into the corners, but he's not getting a good exit as he continues to just hold on to the back of Reeder. The only car behind him is his teammate, which is Stuart Elder. So the fixed, right? I said fix again. The missed apex racing. I keep missing the line. Watley and Elder 7th and 8th.
They're gonna have a word with you and to say, we hit our apexes more than you get our name right. Yeah, it's not even fair to say, it's just to say that, because unfortunately it's true. So get the names right. But I mean, while we get names wrong, we're definitely not getting the action wrong, because that is Kenneth Reeder on the outside, Sam Watley on the inside. Does Watley make it on the 3 and 4? He side by side almost. Reeder had a little bit of a slide out of 2, but he's not going to compromise him. Watley's going to have to find a run. He can't find it. He just had it, but I think just if he was about a foot or more forward, then he would have had, that inside line. But I think he was just a smidgen too far back to really push it. But at the end of the day, he's still piling pressure on the Reader. By the way, coming on to lap 20 of Green Flag Racing. This is run 3, 2 cautions so far. But I mean, it's not doing too badly. 45 now 46 laps gone. It's now
been some good racing.
Oh yeah,
really good racing.
And the leaders, top 4, are still sort of in their group, not really making any moves. I don't think anybody wants to they don't want to do show and tell. Remember show and tell back in school?
Remember show and tell? I want to show you something. I want to show you Peter Dolomer. Looks like he's going to make a move on the Carl Aspie. Almost had a run there, but decided against it. That's for P9. And actually, Aspie's gone wide into the turn. He's going to lose not 1 position. He's going to lose 2. He's going to be fighting now with Bruni.
Sorry, that's Bruni.
No.
Oh!
Jan can't do it. Jan can't do it. In fact, all Jan has to do is follow Stewart. He has to follow Elder, but he continually wants to try and make this free wide. And now he follows Elder. He's got that run, but he's lost it. He's lost it, and he could have made that move. Brony needs to get past Aspie to get into the top 10 reverse. And again, Aspie goes wide. That's twice now Aspie's gone wide into 1 and 2.
He might be waiting for the caution, though. That's a thing, because he's actually not pitted. It's lap 48. His tires might be cooked at this point. So I think he's praying for a caution just to be thrown. But I think let's have a look at him coming into this 1 and 2 on lap. I think this is 49.
Yeah, 49.
He's
again,
still going wide.
I think you might be right. I think those tires might have just had a little bit.
Yeah, look at his
too
steering.
much
Look at
juice.
his. I mean, I know the ratio is a bit different in terms of what the steering wheel does, but I think he is piling it in.
He's trying. He is.
The car's just sliding out.
Understeering.
Yeah, the car's sliding out
so much. And it'd be interesting. I want to see the cockpit now when he goes into 1 and 2, losing more positions now. It's not where he wanted to be. He was in the top 10. He's back now down to P30. He's not turning in time. He's unable to turn in on time with cars around him. Loses more time. Brad Walsh now gets by him. That puts Aspie into P14. Just unable to get anywhere. And what will he do? He's not finding that point. You know how in road racing we find a reference point for braking. Finding a reference point for turning on ovals. And you can see you've got those markers, 4, 3, 2. You want to start turning at the 2 maybe. And I think that's what he may have to do. He may have to start what they say back out of the corner a bit more because he's unable. He's really pushing that car wide right now. And I think he has to start looking.
That's a car checking up. That's the car of Crozier. He had to check up there coming out of the 2. Let's see what happened to him. He was all sorts out of shape coming out of it. Let's see what happened to him. He's going fine, a little bit side. Oh, the car really did not like it.
Great save.
Ooh.
Great save. If he's spun that car around, that would have been a caution.
Oh, yeah. That would have... I think he would have not been happy with himself, but I also think he's not happy with the fact that the car really has...
Caution.
Caution has been thrown.
Oh, Scott Kukas is over. Scott Kukas, I don't see it. I just see the aftermath, and Scott Kukas went flying.
Scott Kukas, what happened there in the car at 085, correction. What's happened? Oh, and it's all gone wrong. Oh! Trouble. That was Marco Schmidt. Yeah, Marco Schmidt was... They came together, they collided. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this on slow motion. Oh, that was... Oh, Kukas coming up into him and bang. And
I think that's just different types of lines there. You've got Kukas taking an inside line and just throwing up for throwing the car up and out and getting pushed out, and then you've got Scott there. Leaders are in the pits, by the way. I'm just really curious about this. Here comes the pit stops. Everybody's in, bar the lap cars. Who some of them are trying to get there. Patrick Neath, by the way, looks like he's got the lucky dog. Who's going to get out of the pit lane first? They will take tires now. Lap 54.
Oh, that is Troy Anderson missing his box. He's missed his box. They're taking tires. Oh, Troy Anderson.
Who goes first? The green line's right there, by the way. So will Facaponte get through? Van Put will lead the race. He did not pit.
Troy Anderson.
Did he take tires?
He only took He only took the outside set. He did not take the inside set.
And we're still waiting for Facaponte and Gaunt. Very interesting. Anderson taking a lot more time. I think the fuel's going on as well for Facaponte and Gaunt. Really weird for Anderson to be out so early. Still waiting for these guys to...
Anderson has only pitted once, so I was very surprised that he only spent 12
Sean
seconds
Brand
in the pit box.
And we're waiting now for Facaponte, Gaunt and Weddle.
They might be just trying to see if they can fuel for the rest of the race. And see if that works.
No, I think that they're not... They're going to get lapped.
That is Jack Weddle coming out first out of the leaders. What's going on? Are they getting speeding penalties? Did they speed? No. Oh, my gun's out. And finally, Facaponte is out. What's going on?
I wish I knew. I'm going to see if there was anything in the radio. Nothing.
That's weird. Pace car. The fuel takes forever in these guys, so I imagine it is... Oh, crikey, that is a lucky dog going around. Who was that?
But that Ponte, like, at the back of the field almost?
They filled the tanks. It takes forever. I was sort of right. I was thinking it was fuel.
Do you really need to fuel that long around here? I do not know. Anyway, that puts Van Put, the lead car, for the restart, with Troy Anderson next in, Mason Marsdorf and Patrick Neath. Van Put using that to his advantage. He did not pit first time around. No, he did, sorry, because he had to pit for the damage, didn't he? I do apologise.
He did, yeah.
He had to pit. He will take the restart with Troy Anderson. Anderson, well, is where he's been most of the race, really, at the front. Sean B. Brown, one of the championship contenders for the Major Series, is there as well. We see the mellow yellow car as well there.
I really do think that Anderson is going to square away Van Put, because Van Put, he's 56 laps on those tires, and his tank will start, beeping at red in a little bit, I imagine. It is 80 to 82 laps on fuel load level, so they are fueling for the end. They're going to try and gun it for the end. That is interesting. Thank you very much, chat. Saving our asses. Oh, crikey, that's a carnage at the start. That was a car trying to get going, and I think that was Jan Brony trying to get going out of sync of the rest of them. You heard it, and somebody had hit the rear bumpers of one of the other cars, and again, Troy Anderson already getting up into first. Van Put back down into third. That is Sean Brown overtaking him, and he's going to be what they consider in track on tarmac a mobile chicane as he's drifting onto the outside as Brad Walsh coming to overtake him. Mason Marstoff is going to do it as well.
A lot of people, almost a free wide at the back here. It's Adam Facaponte trying to move up the order. He came from 14th. He's now 12th. He's made 2 positions up. Make it 3. He's a lap down because of all that fueling. He is a lap down. He's trying to fight for the lucky dog. In fact, a lot of these cars are laps down. Jambroni, Kenneth Reader. I think the top 8. Yes, the top 8 are on the lead lap. Wolfie to the Koto will be the lucky dog, who is half a second behind Facaponte. It's a battle between David Crozier, Facaponte, and Wolf Hoto. Here comes Crozier. Crozier's on the fresher tyres. Hoto will not have anything to respond with these older tyres. To the inside goes Crozier. And just like that, that is, kids, what we say about tyre life. And you can just see how Hoto is just going to struggle because he's lost that position to Crozier. He's now lost P11, or 10, sorry.
Yeah,
to Facaponte.
Facaponte just charging his way forwards. He's already in the top 10. He's one behind the lucky dog, which is David Crozier. And he's looking on his inside. No, correction. That was the car 36 looking on the inside of a lapped car, I believe. Sorry.
No, a lap ahead car.
Oh. Is that the car? Is that Van? It is Van Put. Van Put's falling. He's falling backwards.
So it tells me he did not take tyres first time.
He didn't. No, he's yet to pit. And he's falling backwards at a rate of knots. If this was a wind tunnel, there'd be a warning to say we need to put off the fan. Oh crikey, he's slipping. He is slipping quite a long way. I mean, look at the amount of angry cars that are behind him right now, just wanting to get past. Well, not angry, isn't actually angry, but
it's going to be
screaming
a train
engines.
of traffic.
Yeah,
it's going to be a train of traffic. Vaccaponte, by the way, looks like he's made a move on Crozier. They're side by side in 4. He's managed to get that run on the inside. He's got a nice little run. They're going to be practically level as they cross the start-finish line. Vaccaponte does officially have that lucky dog position. He's going to seal it by making that move, and Vaccaponte will get the lucky dog. We have, what, with lap 62, sorry, of 125, because we're looking at those lap cars battle for the lucky dog, which is always very nice
Eric
to see.
Feek. It's not for positions. Eric Feek in 5th ahead of Adam Vaccaponte. It's all out of order. You'd be expecting to be like, what's the car in 9th position doing with the car in 5th? It's all about laps. Currently, that is the 180. This is actually lead group right here. We're coming up to lead group of 4th and 3rd, and I think they're very concerned that they've. Eric Feek coming around the outside. So it's a battle. And another battle
for 4th. There's a battle for 4th, followed by that battle for 9th and 10th. And the lucky dog position. Very interesting at the moment. In fact, Vaccaponte unable to get anywhere because he's just watching Marzov and Fick go around. And it's that Fick making a move around the outside of Marzov. He did, Nice little move at New Hampshire, but this is very chaotic.
Marzov is having to go backwards. He's joined the car 21, who's in 11th.
I think he's realised. He's realised what there is in front of him, behind him, and it was the battle for not just the lucky dog, but possibly the lead. And you got to remember, Mike Gaunt out of that reverse grid spot. He's in P11. He needs to get this, and in fact, that is Vaccaponte trying to get past Vic, and I think he'll do it behind. That looks like it was Gaunt trying to make a move on Crozier, trying to get that overlap. No overlap yet. In fact, I'll eat my word because it looks like Crozier's just gone a little bit wide into 4. And Gaunt and Crozier is going to be side by side as they come across the start-finish line. I think Crozier gets P10. He holds on to it, but Gaunt's still there. I think Gaunt's got the inside, actually. He does. He'll get that transfer spot. He'll get the top 10. He will get pole if the race ends now. We're at 66th of 125, though. Wouldn't be surprised if Vaccaponte actually unlaps himself. Caution is out, though. The caution is out, and it's Stuart Elder. The missed Apex boys came together.
Stuart Elder, where is he? Where is the car? Stuart Elder, there he is. Car number 115. The missed Apex boys have come together. This is not what they want.
Oh, I see what happened. There was a little bit of a bump at the back. David Wilson Jr. giving a non-purposeful bump. Didn't do it on purpose, of course. Bumped Stuart Elder. I think that just caught him off guard. And yeah, I don't think Watley was aware of it. Watley came down, looked like he was going to start making a run. And they just tied their ties together. And yeah, the missed Apex boys, unfortunately, come together.
No, but you can see it there as well. The car 37 was extremely lucky to keep on the track. And that is just...
Hey, Anderson's in the pit, by the way. Anderson's in the pit, and Vaccaponte gets that free pass. He gets the lucky dog. And here he comes. On the microphone now will be lucky dog coming high to the 2 cars in front of him. He'll get a nice little free pass around the whole field. I don't know why we call it the lucky dog. It's not the official terminology. We've just stuck with it ever since it became popular with Fox saying, you lucky dog, you. when somebody got the free pass. That's what it is. It's the free pass. But it's been coined by the oval community as the lucky dog. A little bit of facts for you, Rob.
Let the 150 car by. He had the position when the flag came out. Car 150 got the lucky dog. Let him by on the outside. He also gains 2 positions, by the way, because Kenneth Reader, Ian Broney, and Troy Anderson. So he's actually gone up to 6th. This man needs to pit, by the way. Do it! He's lapped 68 on his stint. Is he not going into the pits?
Come on, Van Put. It's time to put some tyres on.
I bet you they're screaming.
I would love to see his tyre percentages right now. By the way, Anderson's still in the pits. That's a lot of fuel going in. That's a lot of fuel going in. He goes a lap down. Well, that is a lot of fuel.
Yeah,
wow.
it's the thing is, right, it's what's it called? It's it's the gamble that Facaponte made. He was within the window to do the fueling.
And Anderson is
the refueling. This is from Coate51 in chat. The refueling was a mistake because instead of taking just 8 gallons, they ended up taking full tanks like you normally would. It's an overlook.
An overlook? So they've done it by accident.
Well, I imagine. Well, Facaponte, I wouldn't say so because he went on a full tank. Just as like a full tank goes 70 to 80 laps here, doesn't it not?
All I'm going to say, Rob, is this is the type of thing that got me into NASCAR racing, or basically, as I said before on one of my long talks, this is what got me into motorsport racing. Full stop. Pit stop strategies, like you see in endurance racing, oval racing, just the same. It's fantastic just to see. Like, you know, these different strategies, the taking tires at a certain time or taking fuel. And of course, by the way, because Facaponte has the free pass, that also means he has to go to the back of the field.
What?
That's the rules. If you've got the free pass, the lucky dog, you will start at the back of the end of the longest line on the restart.
So in other words, he starts in 8th.
He will be officially 8th, but he's at the back of the field with all the cars that are laps down.
Fair enough, but we're back at it again. It's Sean Brown, restart 4. It's Steve Driscoll. Steve Driscoll, thank you for coming to help us.
Taking the free wide in the back, though. I saw a free wide in the back. It almost looked like that was near the middle. There's still some free wide there. Weddle, Ward, and Wilson, they finally just sort themselves out. They're just trying to hustle and bustle and jostle for positions as they're still there. Some 2 wides going on, some 3 wides going on near the back as they're just trying to find their right way. A lot of these cars are a lap down because they're taking the fuel. Meanwhile, some of these guys at the front are on their own. Sean Brown is still leading the way. First time leading this race, this first heat of the 252 laps as they're about to come around 3 and 4. And then they'll be starting lap 73. We're almost at the 50 to go stage. Very crucial as there's some more 2 wides near the middle of the field. I think that is Crozier and Kluge. And I think they're battling for the lucky dog spot. They are.
It is Crozier ahead of the group of those seeking the lucky dog. Brandon Kluge, Mike Gunn, Jack Weddle, and Peter Dollimer. I think they would all love to be able to occupy that position, but it is quite chaotic midsection right now, and I think some of them are starting to suffer from tire degradation from, well, more so from, you know, having been on their tires for 19 laps. As according to Weddle and Peter's data, it shows that they were on their current stint for 19 laps. And according to the data, if the caution is to throw now, David Grossier would be the lucky dog next time by. But he's having to face the fact that there's a car 187, a car number 37 battling ahead of him. Kenneth Reader and Mason Marzolf. Marzolf, by the way, if memory serves, was involved in the first incident of the race, or the first caution creation incident of the race. And look where he is now. He's up in 5th.
Great little drive there from Maltov off the incident. He's just currently sitting in 5th. Probably didn't take any, probably took a little bit of fuel that first time around. That might help him as well. By the way, I'm looking at Adam Fecaponte, right? Oh, it's caution, caution, caution in front of Fecaponte. Did not see who that was, and the car's going spinning.
Who was it?
Oh, that was Anderson making contact with somebody. That was Anderson contacting with Tom Van Put. They come together, and it almost looks like. I think I'm keeping my eyes. It almost looks like. Yeah, I'm just looking. Van Put came down on Anderson, and it spins himself around. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, is Van Put just came down on Anderson, and Anderson gets away with it thanks to the wonders of netcode. But Van Put got, once again, he's in the wall.
Van Put is stint. He's the only driver so far to not pit. Currently,
think you'll pit now?
I mean, I think there's a time to pit, and I think it's now. He's currently on lap 77 of his stint. He needs to pit. He needs to pit.
Well, Crozier gets the lucky dog when they start to pit. Brad Walsh comes into the pit. Only one of the top 8 to pit. Well, Van Put will have to pit.
Yeah, sorry, I was about to say Fecaponte does not pit. He stays out.
He's already had pitted though, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I think he's going to go with that strategy of the one pit wonder and see how long that'll take him, or not how long that'll take him, but more so how long that'll get him through.
He'll be fine. The issue, Rob, here is he's taken tyres at lap 53. Some of these guys have taken tyres at lap 67. Some of these guys, the top have all taken their tyres around lap 53. With fuel, no idea. We don't know the fuel of some of these drivers. But a lot of these guys will be having, we've seen some pits, so some of these guys will be having 20 lap younger tyres. Some of these guys have 10 lap younger tyres, most notably Reader and Bruni. So some of these guys are going to struggle. Brad Walsh, by the way, he is in the pit. He only took tyres. Brad Walsh only took tyres by the look of it. He's going to be at the back of the field. But he will have... Did he take tyres? Must have taken tyres. Yes, he did.
Professionals here at Raidillon TV.
He took tyres, yeah. It's always nice to check when you come to iRacing. Does the driver take tyres or not? Can you tell? Just look at the cars going up on the track. Simple as. Fall up until lap 45 and then they level up. Thank you very much. The fall off on these oval tyres are just insane. And really, when you think about it, a track like this, 50 laps, doesn't sound a lot when you realise, though, it is an intermediate, as I call it. It's a mile-long track, so that is pretty normal, even for a cup car. But the times get slower and slower as you go through. Still got the pace lights, by the way. By the way, Major Series, once again, does have a sponsor, as always, this week, this event. The sponsor is Best Friends. Save them all. Bestfriends.org. A charity based on a charity that is a pet sanctuary for animals, for refugees, animals, and outcast and wild, just to protect pets and connect with like-minded people to save homeless pets. Bestfriends.org for more information. The official sponsor for this round's Major Series.
Lights are off on the pace car. Sean Brown will be leading them off with Eric Fiech on the outside. Fiech and Brown both have similarly rubbered in tyres. They pitted 26 laps ago for tyres. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. There's 46 laps to go. It'll be 45 on the line. Laps to go. 23 roughly 24 minutes left on the clock for race 1, and then we'll be getting into race 2, and we'll be able to see how the inverted 10 shapes up. But it'll be interesting to see, and it'll be critical to see how the next 45 laps go. Pace car is coming in. It's now time for Sean Brown to do his job and to keep ahead of Eric Feek. And that is Kenneth Reader already blasting away. That was the inside line. Sean Brown giving it his all. Absolutely caught Eric Feek off guard. Eric Feek absolutely caught sleeping, and he is going to be under threat immediately from Jan Brony. As Brony and Brad was going ahead to do battle, as it's too wide pandemonium going from fourth backwards, as Adam Facaponte on the inside of Mason Marzolf of the one of two Chiefs cars. Still on the inside, is still wiggling a little bit from Mason Marzolf. I think they're just trying to see where they can push the cars. 150 on the inside, 37, correction, 187 on the outside. And he has passed him. Oh, still
he has passed him, but he's in a Hanson Brothers Racing sandwich as Marzolf just makes a mistake there. You can see Crozier right behind. Crozier and Weddle are in a little bit of a problem because Mike Gaunt is gone. He's the transfer spot man. He's the man in ninth. He's got a few cars between him and Crozier. Facaponte is starting to try and get past Bruni. Brody took tyres later, by the way. But look how well Facaponte has kept these tyres going. He's almost got overlap here out of two, sorry. Into 3, though, unable to. Is he going to try and get a run here? He takes the inside line, a very nice line. He gets a nice run off. Does he get compromised by Brony on the outside line? He does. So he'll have to hold on here. Mike Gaunt continues to just pull away from Crozier. Crozier will be fine in 10th because he'll get the reverse grid pole position, but if you're battling for a lucky dog, you want it. As Facaponte is still battling Bruni side by side again, more overlap, but that outside line is faster because of the road less travelled. Facaponte though finally slides it in. Is he going to wash up? He's not going to wash up.
He's it.
Going to hold on. He makes it.
Oh, that is Ronnie almost getting a little bit of a tap from the car 37. Just makes it by. I think the tires.
And we've got a caution. We've got a caution. We got a big one. We got a big one. That's the 51 and the 187. Mason Marzolf's in the wall and he gets collected.
Let's see what happened. Mason Marzolf, his day's gone from bad to worse. Crikey, that's the car 51.
Dolomar with a send. That was aggressive. I think Dolomar was too busy fighting Anderson. Yeah, he was fighting Anderson not to realise that Marzolf was there. And the worst thing for Marzolf is that engine's gone pop. He's going to have to tow to get back to the pits.
Oh, and he sees the car and it's way too late to do anything. And that's... Oh, crikey. Just a very quick run back at that. On board with Peter Dolomar. He sees the Chiefs car ahead of him. And he also wants to seal the deal on the car 44. And just... It was never going to happen. It was never going to work.
Just one of those things that it was like, I want to make this, oh no, I've overdone it. You even see it in road racing. It is mistakes that does happen, so don't hit yourself too hard there, unfortunately. But yeah, it does happen. I believe that will give Gaunt the pass around. He gets the wave around. So a Hanson Brothers racing car goes into the pits to get a new engine. And another one takes the long way around on his own to get to the back of the line. So that'll be pretty nice. And now we've got 9 cars on the lead lap. Not as many as I would expect, but such is the way of the fuel strategies here. So Marzolf, is he finally in? He's finally in. He is going to go a lap down though. That's a shame. That is a shame to see. Maybe 2.
He doesn't have fast repairs. I think he's already used them.
Has he? I thought he already had... Okay.
There's only one fast repair available per race, so...
But I thought Marzolf didn't use his first one, unless I'm...
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure his engine went pop the first time around.
they've got to get better engines. You know, they've got to get bulletproof engines.
But just to
Not
say,
that
by the way,
bulletproof engine
we
will work.
are broadcasting alongside GSRC. Hello, GSRC. Bye. Hi. They have just had half the field wipe out on their end.
Oh, no! Really?
Yeah, they just had a big one.
Do you even
European? No, we haven't had a big one. We've just had very small taps.
They had a big one? I had to. Sorry. We're waiting for the pace car to come in. The lights.
Oh yeah, they had a big. Oh yeah, they had a big one. Oh yeah, they had a big one. About 8 cars in one wreck.
Oh. Yeah, I'm watching that. Shout out to our boys GSRC, by the way. Great bunch of lads. Always nice to. And there's no competition. The only competition is us saying our race is going to be finished before them, and that's not even serious competition.
That's not going to happen. I think they're going to finish first. I think they win this one.
There's 2 races, Rob. Even if we're delayed, we'll win the second.
Yeah. Come on, European sportsmen. Let's beat European pros. Let's
yeah,
finish first.
they're 10 laps ahead. They're 10 laps ahead. That's completely different to when we did Daytona, when we were 10 laps ahead. Like I said, this is not competition. It's just friendly banter at the end of the day. So, Brown will lead off Kenneth Reader. Reader got a great run last time, but it's different when you're the car next to the leader. That is not an easy task to get ahead, or not to get ahead, to launch at the same time as the leader, especially when he controls the field. Braun controls the field. What can he do? They come around into turn 3, into turn 4. It's a short time between the pace car going in and the green flag going on. Green flag going on? Yeah, the green flag gets switched on. Barney just waves his light. In comes the pace car. Where does Brown lead them? Holds them. Now gets a little bit of a bunch up behind. Off he goes green. I'll tell you what, Reader's read it well, but he's not going to be able to get a position there. He's just going to have to sit in behind, and Brown will continue. Goes on ahead, but they are still battling. Reader still thinking, you know what, I could take this. I could take this around the outside. Going to be a challenge to take it around the outside, and he's holding on pretty well. The car was going wide at the back there. Not sure who that was. Managed to get back. Brown is still battling Reader. Well, this is brilliant. Is Reader still trying to go around the outside here? And it may just start causing a concertina effect. And I think Kenneth's just realised he's
just got struck into the wall. He checked up, and then everybody around him was just like, oh, why are you checking up in the middle of the straight? No! And just a bang. And Kenneth Reader is going backwards where he did not want to. Oh, dear.
That's not what he wants to see. Kenneth Reader, I think he's got his teammate next to him, though. Kenneth Reader for Grizzly TFR. He does have his teammate right behind him, which is not Facaponte, sorry. It's actually somebody else. It's not Brad Walsh, isn't it? Yeah, Brad Walsh, sorry. Brad Walsh there. So racing there, Facaponte is going to be going on. You've got to ask yourself, hitting that wall, what is that going to do to the steering? What is that going to do to the aero, the geometry of the car and everything? It's going to be a challenge right now for Reader. But again, 8 cars are on the lead lap. So in theory, sticks to P6, he should be okay. Knock on wood, as we're about to hit lap 93. And Facaponte's run back up the field continues as he takes 4th position.
33 laps to go. Facaponte's charge to first position has got him into 4th. He started first in this race. He needs to get back there, and he's hoping on a gamble. The gamble being that the one-stop shop did the one-stop top, and the one-stop top gets him into first place hop. I'm trying to make it rhyme. It didn't work.
I don't know what you're doing. David Crozier is the lucky dog spot. I always like looking at the transfer spot. He has got a car between him and Jack Weddle. Weddle is in P10. You've got Crozier in P9. Weddle's trying to make his way around for the missed apex. Remember, he had that incident where... Was it? Yeah, he had that incident where he got collected by his own teammate by accident. Or he collected his own teammate and crashed himself out. Crozier sitting in that transfer spot pretty handily there. But Weddle's in a battle with himself. not only is he trying to get Crozier to try and get that lucky dog, he's also holding off Troy Anderson for who gets that P10, that very important P10. As we're about 30, we're coming up to 31 laps to go. That is a crucial pivot point because, you know, if Weddle keeps it, he gets pole position for the second race. If Anderson gets him, who knows? Meanwhile, Ward and Watley behind them. A lot of group racing at the moment, a lot of pack racing. And you can see there, Weddle, Anderson, Ward, Watley, all battling for P10. Forget about the lucky dog right now. That is the battle people want.
Who is going to be first for race 2? Remember, it is top 10 inverted. And it'll be, if the race were to end right at this very moment in time, Jack Weddle being your race leader for race 2 of the Musket 250. And it'll be, it's tight. It's tight for these cars because they are running on worn tires. The tires have started really slipping away from the drivers. Jack Weddle's on lap 42 of his current stint in tires, so he's starting to feel the burn, quite literally, of his tires starting to wear away.
How is Facaponte? Those tires are almost, they're 40 laps old right now.
Yeah, they are.
They should start to fall off.
Oh no, they definitely should have, but look at him. He's just driving around.
I mean, he's done 30. He's done mid 30-second laps all race, and now he's in the business end. He's back to doing 31s, high 30s. You know, he's back at that. He's in a place he's comfortable with right now. He continues to push on, but you've got those two guys in front. You've got Sean Brown. You've got Eric Feet in front. You have the HW Racing guys just there, just behind them. You've got that Hanson, Brad Wolf, the Grizzly TFR. Just battling then, and of course, Facaponte just there.
On his right side to cut across, that is Adam Facaponte on the inside of Brad Walsh. This is for third. Does he make the move? Does he? He's thinking about it. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. That is Brad Walsh checking up and losing the car. It's a bit tight right now for him. And he's yielded a position to Facaponte. And I think his car is really starting to struggle out there with the tyres starting to scream. But Brad Walsh's tyres is only 22 laps old. I don't know how he's... Is it pressure?
Tyre management, Rob. Now, it could be a case of pressure. It could also be a case of tyre management. Either taking too much speed into the corners, that's where you hear the squeaking. Trying to make sure the car's turning. Not being smooth with the turning. You've just got to be careful on these tyres. Almost treat it like an egg. You're sanding the eggshell. You're not smashing the eggshell. You want to sand it. And that is what Facaponte is doing with these tyres, while Brad Walsh, he basically just, you know, taken the chisel and just overdone it right away.
Eric Feek, he's gone all sorts of wide. Look at him. He's made the mistake, and that has let Facaponte right back to it, and he's just lapped it up.
He's got it. There's the overlap right there. Straight in he'll go. Takes the inside. Adam Facaponte back up to P2. Coming up to lap 102 of 125 in the first race. And this little gaggle has just bunched things up right now. Brad Walsh is looking behind. Kenneth Reeder's looking behind. You've got the HW guys now split as Eric Feek goes wide again. I think his tyres are starting to just have a moment there. The Grizzly TFR guys are now going up the order. Walsh and Reeder. Remember Daytona? These guys had a plan and it didn't pay off. Their plan's paying off right now.
Eric Feek. Might just be trying. You see, this is how bad I am with NASCAR. This is like, I've incurred the ire of chat for not having a clue about lines. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I mean, I do know how to turn. I don't know how to turn, and this is what. Oh, that's Facaponte on the inside. Looking to see if he can take the lead from Brown. They are side by side coming out of the 3 and 4.
No overlap though. Look at no overlap. Facaponte just goes back again. Looking to see if he can make a run. Brown is on paper, when you look at iRating, the more experienced of the two when it comes to oval racing. But we all know iRating is not an indicator of skill. Brown is showing what he's worth right now. holding off in the Tour Modified Series. The Musket 250 right here.
A little
touch, little tap, but it's okay. Little tap, no bump and run there from Facaponte. Not what he was after. I think he just realised a little bit quicker out of the corner. He's already put almost half a second gap over Eric Feek after everything that's gone on. Continues to push on. Just cannot find a way through. He's almost hugging the apron right now. He shouldn't be down there at the moment. It's not the best place to be, but he's trying to go onto that apron. Trying to find what he can, and I think after that, I think he's just accepted just to hold on and just wait a little bit. So
and see where his options are.
We got a caution. I'm not sure who it was. Is that Carl Aspie? I'm just looking. Might have been Aspie. Did he hit the wall? I cannot see. What's going on?
Caution. Yellow flag's out.
Oh, I see it now.
What happened?
Simon Thorne's getting a bit loose into one. Who is that beside him? That was Peter Dolomer. And Thorns goes in. And he comes down onto Dolomer and gets spun around. And I think then as he's loose, he makes more contact. That's the 78 he makes contact with, which is Jan Mavilsia. Stuart Elder tries to avoid and Stuart Elder goes in. More damage for Stuart Elder. Not been his day.
Yeah, Stuart Elder is not having a good day today. I don't think so.
Right.
Oh.
Pit stops, Rob. Brown, Fick, Kluge, all in. This is going to be an interesting pit stop right now because do these guys take tyres? And if they have a set of tyres left, I don't think they do. We'll have a look. What does Brown do? It'll be fuel, definitely. The car goes up. He takes 2 on the right. Does the car, when the car goes down, will he take 2 on the left? Getting the fuels, he take 2 on the left. Yes. Yes, he does. And so does Eric Feek behind him. So they are taking fuel. They are taking tyres. And really, when you've only got 6 cars on the lead lap, that's good going. And look, he's still out there. He's still doing fine. He'll still be P4. Would be P5?
P6.
Maybe P6, sorry. Okay.
See, that's the one thing I can give information on.
David Crucia gets the lucky dog, by the way, so he will get up there. So we're back to 9 drivers on the lead lap, but look who's leading once again. That 150, Adam Facaponte back in the lead with Brad Walsh right beside him.
I think he's happy about that. I think he's happy that it has paid off so far. It's still not the end of the road, though. So you'll have to hold his breath. But it has worked. He's gone from something like 16th, 17th when he took the pit stop to take tires. He took a lucky dog and he got all the way back up into first. So it is possible. It has been extremely entertaining for race 1. Race 2 will be a skip and a hop away, and I can't wait for that. But lights are still on. They'll be going around for at least one more lap around the pace car.
I think Rob's gotten the bug. He's gotten the Tour Modified bug.
What do you mean I've got the bug?
You've got the Tour Modified bug, haven't you? You're enjoying this.
I mean, it's open wheel NASCAR.
Exactly.
I enjoy the fact that I can see the wheels.
Oh,
and they're
okay.
massive.
Okay, I get ya.
And I mean, these machines look from an outside perspective. These machines look insanely ridiculous.
They do, and they drive so well.
But I mean, like that's part of the appeal for these for me. I mean, they look ridiculous. I mean, who wouldn't want to race them?
Well, they're at Nashville Fairgrounds next week for the SK Modified Series, and the Tour Modifieds themselves will be at Stafford Motor Speedway next week for the iRacing Fix and Open Series and the official series. But this is the major series right now, the Musket 250. We're coming up to almost 15, 16 laps remaining in this race. Pace car will dart in now. Facaponte will hold them up and go. The big gap, though, between P2 and P4 almost. Not sure what's going on there with Jan Roney. but Raidillon will take P2 away from his teammate Brad Walsh. That's Mike Gaunt also trying to go up there. Mike Gaunt, what a run by Mike Gaunt. Remember, these guys have got old tyres. Caponti is on his way. Eric Vickers, there's a crash in the background. The 42's gone into the wall. 2 cars in the wall. And where is the caution flag?
Caution has not been raised. The caution has not been raised. That is 2 cars going around. That is Colin Ward in another car. Let's have a look at this.
Sam Watley.
Oh,
Sam Watley.
Sam. Oh, I know why. I'm pretty sure they were contained in the grass. That's why. They didn't come back up onto the tarmac. When they were spinning.
They didn't come back onto the tarmac. So those 2, they're both into the pit. There's more chaos! Another car into the wall. That looks like is that an HW car there? I'm not exactly sure who that was. That was Sean Brown. It was an HW car. Not sure what happened there to him. Got a lot of damage there. Did he get pushed up by...
Oh!
No, he lost it himself.
Crikey. He definitely had not a good time with that wall. On board with Sean Brown just to see what happened. He comes from the inside line, attempts to just the car just slides up on him. That car really did not like it.
Well, we still got the battle for the all-important transfer spot. Weddle, Anderson, they're continuing to battle. Whoever wins this battle basically gets pole position for the second race. It's as simple as that, and Weddle is holding off Anderson, as he's been doing most of the race. And if there's another caution, Weddle's got it because of the transfer spot. So he wouldn't be begging for a caution, but he'd be doing that same thing that everyone on ovals would be saying right now, going, "Can we have a caution, please?" Yeah,
you're not actually hoping. Well, you're not actually like wanting a caution to happen. You're just more like, if a caution happens right now, I would love for it to happen right at this moment in time. Yeah, everybody's in that agreement. It's like, they're not being malicious when they say they want a caution. They just want a caution. That is car. Oh, Kenneth. Crikey, that is Mike Gaunt. Yeah. Sorry, he got checked up by Eric Feek. Let's just have a quick replay on that while we're waiting for more. Oh, that is a bit of a check up on both sides. That is the casualty one trying to tuck in onto the inside, but Feek was there and he was trying to check up and trying to, hug the inner line on that corner. And I think it just came together just at the sort of the wrong moment at the wrong time for both of them. At the very least, neither of them were hurt, but it's put Mike Gaunt all sorts out of shape. He's actually 2 or 3 car lengths behind Eric Feek as he's trying to close the gap. That is car 37 of Kevin Reeder, displaying into the hands of one man in particular, that is Adam Facaponti. He's absolutely loving this, I'd imagine, looking in his rearview mirror and seeing Kenneth Reeder and Eric Feek battling it out with each other and just going ham. So I imagine... I imagine this is going to be Facaponti's race to lose. Because he's look at him. Look at him. He's got this nice. I'm knocking on wood. I'm not gonna actually, allow him to lose the race, because if he does, it's on him, and I'm gonna cry.
Well, I'm just watching. I think Jack Weddle's just gone a little bit high into 2, and it did almost put Troy Anderson a chance to make a move. There are some 2 wides going up ahead, but he's only caring about this at the moment. He does have Sean Brown beside him. They're starting lap 117, but it's a lap 118 because they're a lap down and they're continuing to fight. Not only are they fighting for the lucky dog, they're fighting for that final spot on the reverse grid, which will put them pole position. Anderson's got to think to himself he has to get by, and he does get some good runs, but for all the time that Weddle's here on the back of Brad Walsh, it's just slipstream. And that will just give Anderson nowhere to go. And if he lets a little gap go for Sean Brown, I think Brown wants to get by, but he's unable to. But they know the blue flag rules. What
I've just gotten news that... what happened? I think GSRC stream has died.
Oh. That is not good.
No, don't do it to me, son. No, don't do it to me. What's happened?
Well, they're back up now. Anyway, if you're watching GSRC, hit that refresh. Meanwhile, we're looking at these battles. Sean Brown has put a little bit of a spanner in the works there as he gets past Troy Anderson finally. We're a few laps left in the race. Vaccaponte has a 2.5-second lead over Eric Feek. And Brandon Kluge battling away with Mike Gaunt as well for those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th positions. They're just holding their line, just waiting for the opportunity. But yeah, behind them, Jack Weddle. He's almost 0.5 second ahead of Troy Anderson right now. 0.5 second sounds a lot when it comes to ovals. Trust me. Brown needs to get by Weddle, and then maybe if I'm Troy Anderson, I'm hoping Brown gets by Weddle, and then I'm just going to sneakily follow in behind and take that P10. That's the important position right now we're looking at. Vaccaponte will start lap 122.
And he's 1.7 seconds ahead of Eric Feek and Brandon Kluge. And the Kluge has actually done very well for himself. He's only gained 2 positions, but he has kept it. I mean, the only time that either of us really talked about him is essentially when he was battling up in the upper echelons. But even apart from that, he's had a really quiet race. But he's up into 3rd, so him and Eric Feek, his teammate, are about to, if they can keep Mike Gaunt out of order and out of the top 3, can have a very good result for their team for race 1. But I think Mike Gaunt's wanting to not have that happen. I think Mike Gaunt's
upset the apple cart.
Yeah, exactly. Upsetting the apple cart. Trademark trademark copyright. The official move of Raidillon TV, upsetting the apple cart.
Vaccaponte now has a 2-second lead over everybody. He's starting lap 124. Now, this is the penultimate lap. He does have Marco Smith in front of him. A lap car probably let him by. Is Kluge trying to make a move on his teammate? Nope, just holding on. But you can see the traffic jam this is causing. And Brown's unable to get by Weddle. And again,
I mean, they're all part of that group. They're all part of that group, so they're all kind of, they're all kind of forced to play follow the leader. And in this case, it's actually follow the car ahead of you because there's no way we can get past them. And
no,
it's,
I just realized, yeah. Sorry,
it is the white flag. No matter what happens, you have to be. Oh my god, I was about to have a heart attack.
Yeah, I know. Same. You have to. Yeah. Just a couple corners to go for Vaccaponte. He started the race in the lead. When he took fuel, he had to work his way back up. But after 1 hour and 20, race 1 will go to Adam Vaccaponte in the Musket 250. Eric Feek will take P2. Behind him will be his teammate Brandon Kluge. Mike Gaunt will take 4th. Kenneth Reeder will take 5th. Walsh 6th. Brown 7th. Now the crucial thing, we're going to see the rest right now. Crozier comes across 8th. Bruni 9th. Jack Weddle gets P10. Congratulations, Jack. You're going to get yourself pole position for race 2.
And it's crucial because race 2, we don't know what the conditions would be like, but they'll be changing. Forever changing. And while we let the results scroll across your screens, what do you think of race 1, guys? What did you think of that? Because I liked it. As a NASCAR not fanatic, I liked it. But only because it was... And as you can see, Vaccaponte doing his celebrations. And I've lost the race results already. Thank you, Iris.
Well, I'll let you know that Troy Anderson will be 11th, David Wilson Jr. 12th, Carl Aspie 13th, Bernard Grittering 14th, Peter Dolmer 15th, Woody Tirakoto 16th, Tom Van Put 17th, Simon Thorns 18th, Patrick Neese 19th. They were all lapped down. Stuart Elder was 2 laps down in 20th, and they'll be starting in these orders, by the way, for the second race. Forster Oliver Zimmerman 3 laps down 21st, Scott Kukas 4 laps down 22nd, Jan Mavriza 8 laps down in 23rd. I apologise for that name pronunciation. Colin Ward 15 laps down in 24th. Sam Watley 16 laps down in 25th. Thomas Siebernagel 24 laps down in 26th. Ronald Oberey 29 laps down in 27th. Mason Marsoff was 39 laps down in 28th. Marco Smith was 63 laps down in 29th. Drew Lalonde and Aaron Kurtesk never took the grid. Looking forward to it, Rob?
I am indeed. Now, while we wait, for those of you who are interested, GSRC, they've redone the stream. It is back online. So, what you need to do is, they're about to actually start gridding. Make sure you have that stream up as well. Have us up as well. Get on there. They've fixed their things.
Are we still behind?
Yeah, they're gridding. I think we're about 3 minutes behind them at this. For Parity, I think we're about 3 minutes behind.
No, because this is warm up for race 2. They're gridding. We're about 10 minutes behind.
No, we're about 5.
All right, we'll go with 5.
Yeah, we'll go 5. So, Facaponti, P10. Does he make it 2 for 2? Does he go 2 for 2? Can he go from 10th to 1st? He's gone from 1st to 1st, technically. I mean, that's no positional change, but he did have that one pit stop wonder, and it worked out well for him. But does he make it 2 for 2? Does he try and make lightning strike twice? That's the question. Is it risky, or is it a smart move?
It's going to be interesting as well, because you've got to look at who's racing beside him. He'll be alongside Eric Fiek, Brandon Kluge as well in front, Mike Gaunt. So he's got teams to he's got a team duo to battle against. And if he's on 10, that means he also gets, I'm trying to think, he gets the outside line. Now the outside's not the line you want to have, Rob, but with how far he is, you know, he's 10th, that he's on row 5. That's a good place to be from the outside, because you can see the leader go. You've got a good view of seeing the leader go, so you're able to just get some throttle down and probably get a good go into turn 1. But remember, you cannot overtake on the left until you cross the start-finish line. So you can get a run, but you'll have to finish that run getting into turn 1. He might do it. But he might also cause the big one, like we saw with GSRC in the European Pro Series.
I'm just looking at Motorsport right now for sort of articles. Well, we're just a minute away from warm-up finishing, and then we can sort of get into the actual second race here. But
Motorsport? Do you know what Motorsport happened today?
What happened today?
The second race of the weekend for Formula E. Very interesting race. A lot of sending, some aggressive moves. We actually had a man disqualified on the podium for using too much battery.
Excuse me.
Okay. Here we go. For those who know aware of Formula E, if you use too much power on your battery, it's a penalty. But if you have 0 battery left and you put your foot on the throttle, you're DQ'd. If once you have 0 battery, you have to coast. And by very thin margins, he put too much battery power at the end. By mistake, he got taken off the podium. And our man, who we've broadcasted before, Eduardo Mortara, had perhaps the greatest final lap ever with 1% of battery, 2% of battery, or no, it was like 5%, and with the final few corners, he had 0.5% battery, and he was defending for P5. And he did a fantastic job defending when the guy behind him has like 2% battery, which means he can put the throttle down however much he wants, while Mortara was like, I don't know what to do. But Stoppel Van Dorn won the race today. He finally got a win in a top series.
Woo!
I know. And he used the fan boost to win. I can't believe I'm saying that. They call him Van Boost for a reason.
Van Boost.
Van Boost. Van Boost. They call him Van Boost for a reason, Rob. And he was the last one to use his Fan Boost. And because the safety car meant it was a one-lap shootout, he was in the lead and just decided, I can extend my lead by using Fan Boost. And he had a comfortable win because of Fan Boost.
Oh.
As an aficionado of Formula E, I cannot stand the Fan Boost.
I think...
Yeah, I'm broken.
Yeah, I think you and me both have the what's it called? The I don't like this feature of
But
I think the both of us do not like Fan Boost whatsoever.
I like this though.
Yeah, I like this. Yes, I do.
I might start racing this. Whoever knows. Getting ready for race. Sorry, go on.
I was about to say, if you see him out there, just give him a tap. See how he reacts.
Just give me a tap. I'll be fine. Getting ready for race 2. Major series. This week's sponsor. bestfriends.org. Save them all. Save all the pets, the homeless pets. But this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. The Musket 250. Race 2, another 125 laps. Jack Weddle will lead them off, beside Jan Brony, and Rob will tell you how he does the start.
The start will be like this. You basically need to absolutely gun it, and he does go for it. Jack Weddle of Miss Apex has absolutely gunned it, and that has left, I think that is Jan Brony sleeping. I think it's the second person to be caught absolutely sleeping. And he is already lost a position at the start. He's lost 2. He started second. And he's already on the front.
He's going to lose some more.
Yeah.
He's going to lose some more. Look at this at the back. Almost 3 wide at one moment. That is Brony Walsh Reader Gaunt. You can just see just getting caught up. He's unable to get a good line. And he's stuck on that high line. He's stuck on the high line. He's unable to get by. Gaunt's going to get by him. Brony's down to 5th. And there's a caution in the back. Caution in the back of the field. Did not see what happened there, unfortunately.
Oh, that's Scott Kukas. He's not had... Oh, what's happened to him? Oh, losing control. Was he the reason why the caution was thrown? Oh, hang on. I can actually check to see.
I think there were more. I think there were more issues as well. Mason Marzov got caught up in something. Yeah, Marzov got caught up in something as well. I think. Unfortunately, my replay's gone.
It is... I'm pretty sure it is Scott Kukas that has caused that. I think that was the reason why the caution was thrown. But we'll go ahead and just double check the rest of the field.
Yeah, he's the only one in the pits, so it's got to be...
Oh! What? No. Exceptionally no. No. This is the reason why. The car 78, Jan Mleziva, getting a ballerina dance around the start-finish line. God, crikey, that looked dangerous.
The Russian judges did not rule that very well. The Spanish ones, though, thought it was a nice pirouette, but nobody wants to see that.
No, that is unfortunately a trip around the fence that nobody wants to see. And he got absolutely spun around like a spinner top. I think his car is quite... Yeah, so Mason Marzolf is in the pits. He's coming very early. It's only lap 3. Is he topping up?
Who? Marzov?
Yeah.
I think he got caught in that damage, so he just came in to get some repairs. Might be wrong.
Scott Kugas back, by the way. He's back out on the field, only pitted for 14.3 seconds. So, not a lot of damage to fix on his car. And we're just waiting for
he used his quick repair.
No, because it resets when you go into a new session. Or into it resets when you when you go from a heat to another heat or from a heat to a feature. You get a it's per session, it's per race session that you get a
Okay.
you get a fast repair. So he's used one, but now he gets the option to use another. But he's in the pits for quite a while actually.
So Weddle, Brown, Crozier, Walsh, Gaunt, Brony, Reader, Ficaponte, Kluge, Anderson is your top 10. Getting ready to do it again. We've only had 5 laps here. Around here. And it's going to be Weddle, the missed Apex driver. Next to the HW Racing driver, Sean Brown. Battling for the championship in the European Sportsman. Right now they're battling for the Musket, and he's gone before the pace cars even come. Just manages to get away with that. There's no black flag there because the pace car is in the pit. Looks like Crozier has caught on there. He's going to be taking P2 from Brown. Weddle caught them napping. I don't think anybody expected that. He's just going to continue. Crozier will take P2, but it looks like Brown's trying to fight. A little bit of almost jostling for positioning there. Brown decides against it. He's thinking, maybe if I get the run, I'll get past David. But until then, I'm just going to sit back and relax.
I mean, what else can you do other than sit back and relax? You kind of have to just let the race come to you, rather than you come to the race. If you get what I mean, you know. So you sort of you have to judge it. It's you have to pick your moments just right for it to be.
We got another caution.
Another caution. That's the car.
That's Van Put. Van Put with the 92. Van Put going around with the 92, which I believe is Colin Ward.
Oh, just a tap. Oh, a tap. And well, when I say a tap, it turned from a tap to another tap. It just got spun around on the inside, and there he is. And there is his missed Apex guy ready to greet him there, and just spun all the way around. Not much he can do.
Does feel like Van Put's probably turned in a bit too early there, and unfortunately did lose out because of it. Jack Weddle, I almost thought he had a penalty for that start, but got away with it. But now everyone's aware. Being the leader is a game of chess, and game of poker, sorry. And if you show your hand too early, people are gonna just find ways around it. So maybe that might just make Crozier a little bit trigger happy with the throttle for the next restart.
We are on board with Weddle. He is going to be leading this race back once again once we get green flagged. Thomas Sobernagel is in the pits, as is Schmidt and Thorne, as they look to see if they can get a splash and dash done. They're already at the back, so they're trying to see if they can make anything happen. As a reminder, the temperature has dropped down 4 degrees Celsius. It doesn't sound like much, but I mean, it can stop your tires from cooking. So, you know, take all the degrees you can get. And that is the lucky dog going around, and that would be the lucky dog of, I think that is not Kukas. Simon Thorns, it's Kukas. Yes, Kukas getting the lucky dog to come back around and see if he can try and get back to some sort of shape around the leaders. He'll have the advantage of being able to have a little bit more fuel and possibly a lot more focus on just trying to make sure to not make any more mistakes, as the pace car is still coming around for another lap.
The lights are still on the pace car.
And remember when you said we would beat GSRC?
Shush.
Yeah, remember that? I don't think that's happening.
We have more drivers, that's all I can say.
And we're European sportsmen. Better. This is the Musket 250 Race 2. 9 laps, well, about to be 10 laps have gone. This is Jack Weddle in first position as they line up once again to do a double file restart. It'll be Jack Weddle on the inside, the car number 36 of David Crozier on the outside, and behind them in second row is Sean Brown and Mike Gaunt. Car 20 on the inside, car 21 on the outside. And then we head on backwards. That is Brad Walsh and Kenneth Reeder, Brendan Kluge, and Adam Facaponte, who's gained 3 places so far and is looking to make it 4 once the grid restarts. And that is Ian Broney and Troy Anderson sharing a line, and from backwards it goes. Top 10 looking to see if they can make a difference this time around, and it is going to be restart 3 of the race 2, leading into lap 11. Jack Weddle setting them off, and he sets them off now. He leaves it a little bit later than usual, making sure that he can absolutely get the best advantage he can and put David Crozier on the absolute most biggest advantage you can give, which is to have a Sean B. Brown on the inside of him, looking to see if he can get some absolute bang-on action. There's absolute ding-dongers out there already as they come up to 3 and 4 for the first lap after restart. Is car 20 on the inside, Sean B. Brown looking to see if he can get David Crozier all sorts out of shape, and he has. He's got him out.
Got him out. Crozier, though, will have to defend it. But you have to go around a long way. Brown will get that position. Meanwhile, behind Facaponte is battling as well. Just watching this, they almost come together, sorry. And that's everybody now on the inside having to do a check up there because Brown and Crozier just getting a little bit squirrely. That will let Mike Gaunt, he will allow him to take a position. They almost come together as well. Gaunt's up now as it looks like. Unfortunately, the 82 there of Walsh is just having a bit of trouble right now, but he's able to get past Crozier. No, he's not. But look at Facaponte. He's already up to P6. Great drive here from Facaponte. And don't do it. Just slip. Yeah, I thought he was going to make it 3 wide there for a moment. A little bit worried.
Yeah, and he's just trying. I think he's just trying to see if he can, thread a needle through where he can. But he is doing very well for keeping them tires absolutely bang on. So we're just going to his cockpit view and just see. That's concerning. Just seeing that. That's all he can see. And then there's a big carburetor block right there in front of him to say hi. You see this thing?
And he can't see the car. And he can't see the car on the high side. He cannot see Crozier because of that air intake. Yeah. Like it's getting blocked out sometimes. That is not a good vision to see. I was playing where you sometimes see these guys take different lines down the straight, almost like the IndyCar lines. The IndyCar with the halo there. Oh, a slide there from Walsh. I think he got a bit too low. Able to recover though, but I don't think that will help him. Peter Ponte now has his issue where he's defending Brandon Kluge, who's on the outside. Very interesting. I think this just little battle in front is just holding everybody up because Kluge is like, I want to get through. And Adam's like,
no,
I can't get through. And Brandon's like, well, I want to go through. What?
Yep. Please, sir. Please, sir.
Oh, my days.
Yeah, it is getting
Brandon's going to go around the outside.
It's going to be exceptionally feisty.
Oh, crikey! On his wall! The 60's in the wall! 60's in the wall on his roof! That is the 60. I think he hit the wall. Oh, he just went too hard.
No! That is Eric Feek.
Oh, the car flipped back over. The car somehow flipped back over. But I don't think that car's going to be driving very well at the moment.
No. Yeah, driving very well. I mean, he did just flip the car. Let's have a look at how that looked to him.
Yeah, no, it's crabbing. It's crabbing. He had chance, I think, and he's unable to. But yeah, that car is crabbing.
Oh, and
look at
the grip roll just yeets yeets the car up over end, and yeah, that is one very upset car.
Flop, definitely not good.
Is he actually crabbing?
Hit this time. I thought he was. Ooh, I can't tell. Sean Brown's in the by the way, and that's just going to be a few other cars going in as well. But I think that is a case. Let's just take some fuel. Sean, you got to take some fuel.
You gonna get some fuel, buddy?
Fuel.
So I think we need to move. I think we'll need to move to our backup solution. We call that TeamSpeak. Hang on. Because Discord is having a fit. Yeah, I think it is Discord. Let me just see. Yeah, it is Discord, and it's having a fit right at this moment in time. Move to the backup system.
We will run very quickly
to the backup system. But it is actually a good time for this to happen, so we can actually have the pace car on your screens. And welcome back, everybody. We've only been gone for like a half a second.
1 second.
Yeah. 2 seconds.
Yeah, just having a few issues, a few gremlins with other things. So, getting ready to go live again shortly. In probably another lap. Lead has not changed, and of course, with Brown deciding to take some fuel, that's put him all the way back in 21st. But it's taken a lot of guys back into 21st. So, nice idea to just take some fuel now. Will help them out. But also at the same time, look who Sean's with. It's his teammate, Derek Feek, who hasn't pitted after flipping.
How?
What?
How is... What?
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't you say he was crabbing? Didn't you say he was crabbing, though?
I thought he was. But apparently not. I thought he was crabbing.
Apparently his vehicle just shrunk.
It's a good thing that he went back on his wheels. That's all I'm saying. Pace car is in. Pace car is in. And Jack Weddle will take us away for restart number 4.
Well, he's not in. He's coming in this lap.
You got it. That's it. Well done. Yeah, he's coming in this lap.
Yeah, but you saying pace car is off, but it was just like pace car is still there.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm correct. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. Jack Weddle will be leading us off now for the 4th restart. I think this is the 4th restart. 20 laps gone. This will be lap 21. Correction, lap 22 this will be. As Jack Weddle has already left Mike Gaunt and David Grozier to hammer it out. And Mike Gaunt is already searching for an answer as to why he's already let David Grozier by him. And you can just see that is David going wide, having to check up after he slid. What's going on? It's just unable to sort of get by really where he wants him to. Going on the inside, nice dive in by Mike Gaunt, but not enough to shape it up to a too wide. He is going to look for it. Oh, crikey!
Judge! And they're in together, and it does bring the caution out. And they will, if they get back going, they won't lose too many spots, but everybody's slowing down right now. And that's a shame. It almost looked like, did they just get a little bit too close?
I think, if we look at it again, I think what had happened was...
Oh. Ooh.
If we just slow it down, I think that was car 21 coming up into... Oh! I just clipped the rear end.
I think what it was Gaunt was taking White was trying to just go straight and take that normal line. And I think what happened there was Crozier was just cutting off the line, as he's entitled to. And I think that's what's happened there. They both, it's that or Gaunt's, Gaunt has got washed up, but it's at the exit there. So it's one of those things that you'll just have to look. Oh no, it almost looks like Crozier was unable to get that car going straight again until the last moment. His steering wheel was still turning. What about Mike Gaunt there? I wouldn't be surprised if he is straight. Yeah. Simply put, that is what that is what it is. Is simply put, is that Gaunt got that car under control, was starting to straighten up the steering wheel. Where unfortunately, I forgot who it was now.
It was Mike Gaunt and David Crozier.
Yeah, and Crozier was unable to get that steering wheel straightened up in time, and by the time he did, he's already still turning, and yeah, just one of those things, unfortunately.
It is going to be the 5th restart here. 25 laps are just about to go. Jack Weddle's still in the lead of this race, but Adam Facaponte, he's looking, he sees, he wants, he knows. He knows that it's within his grasp, and if he can get contention happening behind him, he can start breaking away. As that is, I think that is Mason getting the lucky dog, so he is coming back into contention. 2 minutes of repairs, I think, was the order of the day. 2 minutes 43 seconds in the pit box. So he'll be coming back around. I think that will play into his hands. He won't have to have used the fast repair to try and claw back some time. And he can just continue on as best he can with whatever damage he has gotten. And just hope that he can start clawing back some places. He started almost dead last. But, in that sort of respect, the only way is up. So, there is reasons to be optimistic if you're in his position.
That song is now in my head. I hate you. I remember doing PE with that song back when I was a kid, like a preschooler for the Americans. When I was probably like 8, 9 years old, I remember that song for certain sporting activities at PE at school, and it's now just come back. It's not a PTSD because it is a good song, just not on a playlist I would listen to now. But playlist I would listen to is the engines that these cars will have on the restart. Weddle is looking for his first medal this season, and I've got it in again. And he continues. He'll lead us off for the 5th restart. But Adam Facaponte has worked his way up to P2 after 27 laps, where he started 10th. Remember, he won the first race. So the pace car is about to dart in. And remember, Weddle has been catching people out with these restarts. And Adam make a move here. And he's gone again. He has caught it, though, because everybody else has been napping. Reeder was not ready for that. And Watley's almost going to go side by side with him. And that's just going to be a standard restart. Look at everyone going side by side. Now it's turn 1. Almost a free wide happening near the back. But you can see Weddle's gun it mode has not worked, because here comes Facaponte. Just better, just smoother on those tires. Left, he, like I said, it's the egg again. He's shaving the egg. Weddle is throttling the egg right now. He's going to do damage to his tires if he's not too careful. Facaponte has basically gone, you launched off the line? I don't care. I'm right here.
Just the callous nature of it all. And it's just like, oh, you think you're safe? No, you're not. Oh my crikey, he does launch at him though. He launches at him at a quite breakneck pace, as Jack Weddle is trying his best to fend off Vaccaponti's just insane charge back up to first position. But there's also one other person to contend with. Is Sam Watley. He has gained 21. Yes, that's correct. Not 2 and 1. 21 positions since the start of this race. He's currently racing in 4th. And he is going to be threatening for 3rd position here any moment. And that is Adam Vaccaponti back in the lead of this race. The first time he has crossed the line in first for race 2. But he has now made it happen. And now all he has to do is run away. That's all he needs to do. Run away and keep his focus on keeping first. Such good English. Such good English from a native English speaker.
Yeah, it's amazing what English you've got here. But Watley, by the way, remember he had that incident where he accidentally got tangled up with his teammate Raidillon, the missed Apex guys, tangling up together, and that's why Watley was so far down the order for the second race, and he's managed to work his way up. And if he can just stay there, he'll be able to work with his teammate again, and that's not good for the rest of the field. The missed Apex boys are very dangerous when it comes to tandem racing on ovals, as we saw with Daytona, so we'll wait to see what happens. They won't be using their sit back and relax tactic like they did at Daytona. They will be going for it, but already Vaccaponti is just starting to dominate his authority. That
no, stamp his authority.
Thank you. Yeah, stamp his authority, but there are some two wides happening near the middle of the field, though. That looks like that is Sean Brown holding off Carl Aspey and Troy Anderson. And just look at them. Very nice battle here for 8th downwards. I think 8 till 9th as Anderson's moving up the order. Got past Wolf D to Dakota and is now looking at Carl Aspey.
Kyle Aspey has gained 5 positions. I think he would want to stay.
Oh, caution!
Oh, caution! Caution! Where is the caution?
Out. And that is a spinner. That is a tide. That Jan Mavilza just did he get hit from behind? Oh, he did. It looks like he just went in and just got caught up by the 36 with the David Crozier. Not entirely sure what's happened there. Oh,
let's have a look.
Looks like Mavilza just took his foot off the throttle. Such a weird incident.
Right, let's have a look that isn't from the inside of the car. Thank you, iRacing. Let's have a look. In slow motion. He was... Ooh, he just got tapped in the rear by the car 36. And that is David Crozier. Crozier checked up on him too fast and in the corner. Not much you can do.
We're 20 laps behind GSRC.
I know.
Got to be said.
I know.
Right, Vaccaponti comes in. Vaccaponti comes in. Just like say that they're also having caution pit stops, and everyone in their race has all entered the pits. Meanwhile, in this race, only a handful. Only a handful, because it's just weird situations at the moment. Vaccaponti, does he take tyres? I don't think he'll take tyres. I think he'll fuel up as much as he can. And it may get him to the end, but it will also help him. But I see a lot of cars in. That's Walsh, Kluge, Feek, Vaccaponti, Anderson, Wilson, D to Dakota, Wolf D to Dakota. And there goes Anderson. So yeah, Vaccaponti once again is doing this heavy refueling. Just look at it. Everyone's going and he isn't. Wow.
Vaccaponti.
Now he goes. So that is definitely him fueling heavy to try and make it to as long as he can. He doesn't care about where he is on lap 36. All he cares about is where he is on lap 125. Good strategy battle here. You know what it means, Rob?
I know what it means.
It means one thing. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Jack Reddle is in the lead to take the 6th restart.
I think it's the 60. Am I counting it right?
Well, technically, like the green foot, the start of the race is technically like a restart, so you count that. Anyway,
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give that to you.
get back to me. Yeah. Well, congratulations to Josh Berry winning the Xfinity race at Martinsville. Unfortunately, it was rained off Friday night. Everything was rained off yesterday, so it's a double header today as they finish the Xfinity race at Michigan. And Josh Berry wins at Michigan. We're waiting for the Cup race that will start in about 2 hours' time. So that'll be fun. You'll go from the Musket 250 to the Emu Blue. I think it's the Blue Emu Blue. Wow. The Blue Emu maximum pain relief 500 in a couple hours after this. But the pace car has its lights off, Rob. What does that mean?
It means we go in. And I'm not stuck in the car. I'm not stuck in the car, I promise.
You're stuck in a car, are you?
No, I was more so I'm stuck in the pace car. I'm in the back.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the back.
Well, we are back, getting ready again. Watch what Weddle does this time. Holds them, then goes, then he goes, and he does not catch people off anymore. I think people have caught on to it. Like I said, Watley and Elder are going to be side by side. The Mixed Apex boys are finally reunited, and it feels so good. They'll continue to just lead, and if they're in these positions, just where they want to be. Missed Apex takes up 3 of the top 4 spots as we have come around, almost starting lap 40. There's a spin in the background, though. There's a spin in the background. I did catch that coming into 3. I'm not sure who that was, but it's another accident.
Oh, this. Oh no! It's the 150. That was Facciaponti.
No.
Facciaponti spun around. I think that was David Wilson Jr.
No, Facciaponti didn't spin around. It looked like somebody else got caught up.
It was Simon Thorns.
Yeah, Facciaponti was coming down. It looks like somebody got turned around. Oh, he tapped Simon Thorne. Almost like what Troy Anderson did earlier in the race. Was going for an overtake and just realized at the last moment, oh, somebody else is in front of him. Mistakes happen. Is that a broken engine as well, though? That's crazy.
I think it is, yeah.
And now more of the guys at the front have decided, I got a pit. And oh, there it is. I hear an engine go boom in the pits.
Uh-oh. Whose engine went boom?
And that is the 78 at Jan reveals us. His engine has gone boom.
But he just towed it.
Yeah?
I can't be serious. No, it went boom on. No, he was trying to bring it back. He was trying to bring it back. No, and just listen.
I will let you explain while I just do something. What that means when engine goes bye-bye.
It doesn't mean well for your repair time. Let's just be perfectly honest with that. It is... Yeah, it's a yikes. And you can just hear it go... Yeah. And just... That is horrible to hear. Under any regard. You could just... It's not fun. Just hearing the engine just go pop. Because I think it adds like 10-20 minutes to your repair time, whatever it is. Just to get it back going again. And if the radiator is damaged in such a way that it can't be repaired, you're finished. But we are on lap 42. 84 laps to go of the second half of the Musket 250. Kenneth Reeder is leading the race ahead of Kyle Aspey, Thorsten Oliver Zimmerman, and that is the lucky dog, I think, of Stuart Elder gets the lucky dog, so he's able to claw back to behind. Please don't hit the wall.
Calm down. No one's hit the wall.
Yeah.
No one's hit the wall.
Stuart Elder almost did.
Well, we have somebody new leading us off, and it's Kenneth Reeder, and he's right beside Kyle Aspey. So, we have two of the Hanson. I've said it wrong again. They're not Hanson brothers. I apologize. Kenneth
You
Reeder
keep
is
saying
the
that.
Grizzly. For some reason, I think they're the Hanson brothers. Mike Gaunt, the Hanson brothers racing are the black with the green bars. These are the Grizzly TFR. I apologize to both teams. The Grizzly boys are going to be taking us off for the 7th restart on the race. What will they do? It's going to be a coordinated launch by both of them. I know this before. I've seen this myself when I go racing. You go 3, 2, 1, go. And look at that. Right away, they've gone and they have caught everybody out. And they're just going to go the little bit of a bunch up at the back in the mid of the field, though. Everybody's concertinaing up in the mid-pack. And it's just causing a little bit of chaos into the start here. That looks like the 21 of Mike Gaunt having a little bit of an issue. And everyone's just having to battle their way around. There's 3 wides near the back of the field. It's Van Put just manages to get away from it all, but everybody else is just struggling. Mike Gaunt trying to go down to the inside, trying to make a position up, and it's working out for him at the moment. But he's got to fight Peter Dolomer, and I think Sean Brown is having a little bit of issue right now. I keep seeing something flicker. Sean, where are you? Sean! I have no idea where Sean is at the moment. I think he's finally back.
He's blinking. Oh, no, he's blinking hard. No, please, Sean. We need you. We need you here. We need you here racing. Oh, I think he's fine. I can confirm he's not fine.
Not fine. Troy Anderson battling Brandon Kluge at the back there, and he's going to be losing out. Trying to fight back though is Anderson, but it's not going to work out for him. Loses that position.
In fact, Caponti's already back up into 12th.
A lot of people did pit. That last time round. Who was that going really low down? Was that a lap car? It was David Crozier. Yeah, so no need to worry. But yeah, Vagaponte, with all the pit stops going on at the moment for fuel, he's now back up to P12 and battling Troy Anderson. And look at that run he's got out of 4. He might make this move. I don't think he will. He's got a lap car of Crozier, and he's probably just telling Crozier, just do your... Oh, my word. Checking up as Crozier just almost comes to... It's a little bit slower. And he's going to be careful. He gets turned around. Vagaponte's off. Vagaponte's off. He's not in the wall. But the key thing is, it's not a caution. He comes back out at the back of the field. The possible race contender is at the back, and he's got to hope for a caution now. That's not what he wanted to see.
Just to show you what on earth happened, that is Vagaponte in the 150 there. Just a little blip, the orange blip on your screens. And oh, he got tagged. Tried coming up and the 44 was there and he just got tagged. No caution. So he has to deal with the cards that he's just been dealt. And it's definitely not good because he is 2 seconds off of anybody else for draft. And just look at him. He's on his own world. He can't do anything other than just try and put in fast laps. And just try and keep going around. But at every other angle, everybody else is sort of... What's this man called? Vagaponte. I don't know who he is. This is
Why is he here? Why is he on the lead? Why is he back here and just completely obliterate them? Sean Brown is trying to make a charge up the field. Almost had P5 from Mike Gaunt, but losing it behind him though. Smits, Dolimer, Kluge. Looks like they're having a bit of battle. Not Smith, sorry, but Dolimer and Kluge. They're having a little bit of a side-by-side action. It looks like that Kluge is trying to get it. He's not able to get it. It's going to cause a little bit of a concertina effect at the back, though, as Anderson will start to just look at the line and think, yeah, maybe I'd try this. can Dolomar make anything here? I think he's just having to give up. It's a tough track. If you don't make that move work in a lap, you just go back and reset and try again. That's all you can do.
If there's ever a need for fan boost, use it now. As Thorsten Oliver Zimmerman, whose name is so long it actually gets cut off by our nameplate there on the top left for the cameras on motif. He's battling Mike Gaunt at the moment, but he's also being hounded by Thomas Silbernagel. And oh, that is the car 20 being Brown just cutting through.
And he might get another one because look at the line that Thorsten has just taken, and Brown's going to almost get 2 places here. He's got that overlap now with Thorsten Oliver, and can he get it on the Zimmerman just like that? Easy. And in fact, with the wide line he's going, that may allow Silbernagel to get by himself. One of those things when you're pack racing, if you go high and you get pushed wide, you're going to be spending a lap or two on that high side, losing positions. Trust me, I know how it feels. So continues the battle. I'm curious though, where is Fecaponte, by the way? He's working his way up. He's P22. But with that slide, you've got to think his players are not going to be doing a good job right now. They'll be crying out after that. Definitely. So, continuing to look around. Just look at these camera angles. TrackCams22.com providing these great camera angles once again as the cars continue. David Crozier just going low. If you see a car low like that, it's the lap car of, I think that is David Crozier. No, I beg your pardon, it's Peter Dolomar taking different lines. I thought it was the lap car, just letting guys go, but no, it's Dolomar taking a very different line to other cars at the moment. Something I was not expecting to see, and it may work out for him as Dolomar is battling Brad Walsh. They almost come close to touching and trading paint and numbers, but Dolomar continues this. Well, technically it's 2x2, but not anymore if he keeps taking a line like that. And look at the run that Watley gets on the exit of 4, but he's unable to do anything with it.
It's all just push and shove right now. I mean, there's not much. It's like battleships right now. It's just boats in the water, sort of just trying to sort of move about, just try and see if they can get through a gap. They're all sort of, you know, toing and froing, being like, do I take it here? Do I go there? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And ooh, Sam Watley is. I feel like every time he's going into a corner, he's having to hold his breath because the car is just moving around so much, and it's not a lot of room. I mean, the corners look big, but they're big in terms of length, not in width. So you know, you kind of have to hold your breath when you're going around them. And it's the same up front as well. Sorry, Mike Gaunt and Kyle Aspey going to do battle. Mike Gaunt's on the inside, and he's trying to fend off Kyle Aspey, who's on the outside, and who's just got the better legs than him. Even though Mike Gaunt's tires... Oh, no, they're not... He has a bit of a tire... I don't think he took tires. He only
one's pitted for tires. No one's pitted for tires. Great move there for the Hanson Brothers Racing. I got it right this time. Makes a very safe move, and he goes up to P2 on lap 58, coming up to 59 laps very shortly. Kenneth Reader will take us away. I'm curious on how Adam Fecaponte's doing, by the way. He's up to P18. What is this man made of? Can I have some of it? He's going to make P17 in a minute. Look at him on Stuart Elder. He realizes that he's faster than Stuart Elder, and then on the exit of 2, he goes, okay, I'll take it. And you can just see this man is in a different class of its own right now.
Somebody just hit the wall. I have no idea who it was, but I suspect it is this man, Zimmerman.
It is.
Zimmerman was blinking. Yeah, he was blinking and he hit the wall.
Yeah.
So he's now down into 9th position. Lap 60 is ongoing. 66 laps to go. Switching over to lap 65 just now. 65 to go. We're just coming up to the halfway point. We've actually had quite a nice run of it. The last caution was...
I'm knocking on wood.
Yeah. Just smash the wood. Smash our wood desk, and I actually would. It is a 20-plus lap run at the moment, and that's the car 36 on the inside, letting cars by. David Crossier not wanting to get in the way and let these guys just start doing battle. That is Brad Walsh, Thurston.
David Crozier just pitted. I'm not sure why Crozier pitted
I think he's probably trying to do a fuel to the end strategy, so he doesn't have to come back in again, so he can actually try and gain laps back because he's already lapped down.
Oh, so
Wait,
he's short pinning then.
No, he didn't. He just drove right on through. What the hell?
Must have been a drive-through.
It must have been.
Been an incident point drive-through there for Crozier, and just looking at his lap times, that would probably confirm it, as he had. Yeah, that would confirm it because he has had a invalid lap. So Crozier having to take the dreaded drive-through. Eric Feek is currently the lucky dog on his own. He'll get that transfer spot. Ponte's up to 15th, Rob. What is going on with this man?
Well, he is on the charge. He is playing the cards that he was being dealt, and the cards that he's being dealt was, you best start racing, boy, because you're getting no help from the caution.
But now we're on lap 64. Remember, these tanks can probably do 80 laps. Why is that important? Well, Kenneth Reeder and Carl Aspie have yet to pit. Neither has Forster and Oliver Zimmerman. So you've got guys out here who have yet pitted. Thomas Stevenagel as well. He pitted lap 8. So he's almost in the same boat as these guys as he gets another position. Stevenagel now up to 8th. Zimmerman is he's 10th. He's made up 11 spots. Stevenagel made up 18 spots. Some good driving by both of these guys. They just got to be careful, because now's the time where if there's a caution, everybody comes in. If there's no caution, we're going to see some green flag stops. Hold on, because on a track like this, it's not that easy. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, it is every.
You're probably saying,
sorry, I was about to say it is every 17 innocent points.
Incidents, yeah.
Incident.
Yeah.
I can't English
every
right
17
now.
incident. Yeah, every 17 innocent points.
every 17 non-incident you've done a bad thing points. How to say it in a very elongated way.
Elongated way. You're okay there, Rob. Anyway, I was saying, why is it hard to green flag pit stop on a track like this?
Just to cut across, and a bit of argy-bargy going on behind them. We're in and around the gaggle for 8 to about 12th, and they are actually going at us quite considerably.
Looking for top positions as well. Just gonna keep on. Now, pitting here is just a little bit tricky. You don't have any real indication of where you've got to start turning in for the head for the into the apron. You've got no idea. You've got to let people know you're pitting, and it's not exactly easy. Remember, these cars only have a couple gears, so that's also a challenge you've got to take. So it's not the easy of the track to go for pitting here. I think I'd rather pit at Daytona compared to pitting around New Hampshire, just because you've got that runoff. You come halfway off. You're in the middle of 4, and you've got to get onto the apron. So it's really tough here. So a lot of these drivers who'll be looking for fuel shortly be begging for a caution right now. And I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think I'd bet the house on a caution right now. Although as I say that, there's a car just hitting each other. Oh no! I did not just do that. Almost. Colin Ward came together with, I believe, that was Silbernagel. Yeah, Silbernagel's gone all the way down.
Let's just have a look at this again. There's a car 92. Ooh! and everybody's having to check up behind him, and then that is less. Adam Fachaponti back on by. He's now closing the gap. He's now nearly back into the top 10, the madman.
He's 11th.
He's gone. Commentator's curse is alive and well.
As you say, as you knock on the wood there, the commentator's curse has gone well. Are you saying, come on, I want more commentator's curse when you knock on wood? That was just such a weird moment there. It was not on purpose pumped and run or a punt and pass there. It wasn't exactly on purpose. I think a car got washed up there. Wasn't exactly sure. And the caution does come out. Caution does indeed come out. Who is that for?
Simon Thorns.
Simon Thorns getting turned around by a blinking Scott Kukas. So, game on. It's game on, Rob. Because now everybody's going to pit for tyres. Lap 72. This is crucial.
We're 18. Oh my crikey! Who's that with the smoking engine? That's 70. No way is that Maziva again with a broken engine. Yes, it is.
I bet you Maziva did not take all the repairs.
The engine's still smoking. I mean, they were only in the pits for 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
All right, Rob. Let me give you some information right now because this is crucial because we're going to see some drivers get ahead of drivers in the pit stops as everybody comes together. Mike Gaunt pitted lap 25, Sean Brown lap 35, as did Troy Anderson. You've got Colin Ward and Jack Weddle who pitted on lap 40. You've got other drivers. Watley pitted on 40. Everybody's coming in. So the drivers who pitted lap 40, you've got to think to yourself, yes, they'll go again. Colin Ward decides, and Adam Facaponte decide, no, we're fine. We're going to roll the dice. So a lot of these drivers are going to take their pit stops now. And for a lot of these drivers, it's going to be almost a... Oh, there's been an incident in the pits! That is Forsten Wolf and Sabernagel. They've come together. Now, what has happened here between the two of these? Oh,
let's have a look.
No, you have to know your boxes. You have to know your boxes, boys. And that is Zimmerman on the inside, not realizing that Siebernagel has to pit first. And he's just come to a complete stop, and Siebernagel turns in. Oh, boys, you've got to know your pit boxes. I'm sorry, you've got to know where you're pitting and who you're pitting around.
It is the 8th restart, I think.
Ninth restart.
The ninth restart. And there's not... What else can you do other than just keep trying your best? It is Sean Brown, Brendan Kluge, Brad Walsh, Colin Ward, Adam Facaponte, Stuart Elder, Tom Van Putt, Troy Anderson, Mike Gaunt, and Kyle Aspie, your top 10.
You're used to a certain driver that we cut.
Askey, yes.
Oh,
yes, I am.
No.
Look, it sounds similar.
all right. I'll give you that one. Well, Sean Brown is back in the lead again. So we get to play the game of, can I hit the pace car? I think he did it last race. And the answer is no, you can't hit the pace car. Just because it's a sedan does not mean you can hit the pace car, Scott. Sean. Oh my God, I'm doing it myself now.
Sean, hit the pace car. Please, hit the pace car. Hit the pace car. Hit the pace car. Hit the pace car. Yeah, hit the pace car. Rebel against the system.
One of my favorite moments in the 90s that I saw on NASCAR was Dale Earnhardt Jr. was so bored he was bump drafting the pace car.
Brilliant. Oh, it was Junior that did it.
No, it wasn't. No, it was Senior. Did I say Junior? No, it was Senior.
It did say Junior. You did say
Sorry.
Junior.
Dale Earnhardt got so bored, and I just remember, I think the pace car driver was actually laughing.
I mean, what else can you do in that situation? Cry?
I mean, I'd be moaning if the guy just owned me out of nowhere. Anyway, the pace car lights are off. 9th restart coming up very shortly. Now, we have the HW Racing guys on the front row together with the Grizzly guys behind them. And you can see that plan is going to work out for them. That he's just able to. It looks like Kaluja is going to be able to slip in there. But look who's just put a wedge in those Grizzly boys. There's Vagaponte. There's a wreck in the back of the wreck. It looks like it's Mike Gordon. It's definitely a Hanson Brothers car. It's down the big one.
Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, wow.
Crikey. The field essentially happened to separate and just the seas parting. Let's get a replay on that as we come around. This was what happened. We were focused on the front and see what Vagaponte could do.
Tom Van Put spun around Mike Gorn. Mike Gorn collects Jack Weddle, who then I think when he gets avoided, he hits the 88 of Jan Brony. As he hits the 88, he just misses the 88. In fact, David Wilson Jr. goes into the back of him. Peter Dolomer trying to avoid. He taps the other missed apex of Sam Watley. I think there's more chaos afterwards, though, because I think everybody then starts catching up to them. And that 26 does get hit. And I think he collects the 36. The little tap on the 36. Did Crozier get hit? I think, yeah, he got a little tap. So
I just want to see this again. Just cars? It's 6 or 7. I'd imagine. I just want to see this again. I mean, the 21 did really send it across his nose. I mean, if we look backwards at this, and we just see it from a normal standpoint, and we just try and just get it from a different angle. Let's see it from this angle now.
Well, that's the
44.
The 70, right?
I mean, the 70 is on the inside. The car 21.
But he's had the worst start. Look at it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying he sent it, but you go back to the restart, and the 70's been caught napping. And Mike Gorn has rightfully gone for the overtake, and the 70's come up almost.
Yeah, but not across his nose. He's still there. I mean, he has every right to take it, but at the very same time, let's have a look at this and see if he was caught napping. Oh, he was caught napping. But
I think you got to put it on both drivers there. Because I understand.
Yeah, I think it was a racing incident, but it is somebody's nose getting cut across though.
It is. Well, it does throw up a lot of questions, and in fact, Vagaponte decided to pit there. By the way, we missed that. So he decided to pit with Jan Brony. He did not pit last time round, did he? He decided to pit this time. So he did pit while we were looking back at all that. He decided that it was time to go into the pits. I want to have a look. He took tyres. He took tyres at the same time, and because he pitted at that time before, didn't need to take fuel, which is very crucial. Very crucial for this battle right now. So, didn't need to take a lot of fuel. He is P18th, but you've got to think to yourself when everybody bunches up for that restart, he's in a good position. We're on lap 79 of 125. About to go around for lap 80. That's going to be what? 50 laps to go? I can't count right now. We're looking at 46 laps to go. Maths is hard, okay?
Do you need a maths? Do you need a maths tutor?
No. Remember, I've got a degree in accountancy, despite I've not used it. Right. Enough of... Oh, no, there's been an accident in the paint laps!
Crikey! Oh, crikey!
What has happened there?
What?
That's Mike Gaunt! Mike Gaunt getting collected!
My God, you really don't have a good day, do you?
He got held up. He got bunched up.
Oh!
Bunched up. So we're going to have a delayed... No, the pace car's in. Pace car is in. Pace car is in. But what on earth has just happened there? Sean Brown will lead us off for the 10th restart of the day. the race, sorry. And it's just absolute chaos. The back of the field is all over the place. And there's been another spin at the front! And that looks like, is that the 92?
It is Colin Ward. He's not throwing the caution. The caution has not been thrown for his little trip into the grass. I do want to see what on earth happened. That is the car number 57, sorry, in the pits. It's all really gone wrong for Mike Gaunt. Tom Van Putt, you have yet to pit, my man. At some stage.
Right, well, the chaos of that restart, the chaos of the pace lap has allowed Ponti to get up to 13th. We keep looking at it. He looks like he may have to go around the outside of Bernard Gutierrez. He is going to make this. Is he going to make this work around the outside, the 266? By heck, he is. He's got this done round the outside of Bernard Gutierrez, and he will take P12. And he's on the charge, and he's got some good drivers in front to help him. Eric Fick has just made a move on David Wilson Jr., and he's going to be following Eric into the position. So that's another position gone. They're not teammates, but you've got to think that right now on the oval, he has to work with him. In front, that looks like that's Tom Van Putt getting a bit tied up with Kenneth Reeder. Kenneth Reeder's going to make a move up as well. The positions are shifting on this restart, and you can see, I know we want to keep our eyes on Adam Fittipaldi, but Eric Fick is working his way up. And look at it. Well, to be fair, Tom Van Putt, put that car in the pits, please, and get some tyres. Sorry.
Yeah, the tyre call has been made. Back to 10th he goes, Adam Fittipaldi, as he's looking onto the inside of Eric Fick. And Kenneth Reeder as well. It's sort of coming into a line now. They're all sort of coming together. Oh, on the inside, that's Eric Fick running a little bit wider than he thought he would, but not wide enough to allow Fittipaldi to get a slip in, just a sniff, you know, just a little nose in. I think that's all he needs to really start, you know, tightening the screws. It's just, can I get a little run in? Yes, I can. I will. Oh, that's Eric.
Yeah, in front there.
Yeah, Eric Fick.
Yeah, it was Eric Fick with Dolomar.
Peter Dolomar. And he's just lost he's almost lost 2 positions. He's already lost 1. He's about to lose another if he's not careful.
Might lose another.
Yeah, he's lost it. Yeah. That's the 57 as well, going wide to let the cars go by. That's Simon Thorne's letting cars go by. So that has pushed Fittipaldi up into 9th position. And you'd be happy with that. That's Peter Dolomar losing 2 positions in as many races, or sorry, as many laps in 1 lap, correction. And that's Eric Fick striking the wall quite hard there, coming into the 1 and 2. He's trying to chase in the 37, but he's being chased down by the 150. And bigger numbers are better for horsepower, but will they be better for overtaking maneuvers? Let's find out as the 60 goes against the 150.
What are we going with? Bigger numbers are better. I thought, yeah, they are, but it just depends on what we're talking about, you know. But at the end of the day, the number they want is 1. They want to be the car that finishes first, and I think Fittipaldi might start getting a little bit bored of being sat behind Eric right now. I think he's thinking about just jumping ahead, because they're still 4 seconds behind the leaders, Sean Brown, Brad Walsh. Just trying to pull away. Brandon Kluge has joined them as well. The top 4 are just in a little group of their own, a second behind them. And there you go. Fittipaldi has decided, sorry, Eric, I have to go. And he moves up to P8. Dick will not lead us. And there's a slow car in front of the Yamaviusa, who still has engine issues, and all of them having to take a reaction there. And I think Fittipaldi is going to benefit from that. That was a bit scary. I don't think anybody expected the car to be that slow.
I didn't even see that until you mentioned it. I was like, oh my crikey. Fittipaldi up and now into 7th as Eric Fick is trying to do battle with Kenneth Reeder. Now up at the front, we do have Brandon Kluge in the battle. If he comes back in home with dirt, I'd say he'd be very happy with himself. But he's doing battle with Brad Walsh and Sean Brown up ahead of him. Behind him is Troy Anderson. Top 4 now. Correct me if you've not heard this before, but let's go over the facts. It's at top 4. They're all in their own little bubble, and they're 1.5 seconds ahead of the guy in 5th place. Now tell me if you've not heard that before.
Well, I'll tell you something else we need to talk about, Rob. The top 3 all pitted lap 35, and it's lap 91. Now, they're going to have to pit again. For sure. They have to pit again. Stuart Elder will have to pit again. Troy Anderson's safe in P4. So, some of these guys at the front are banking on a caution. I think that's why Adam Fittipaldi went in that. I mean, you can see with those fresher tyres how it's working for him. He's up to P7. He's catching up to Carl Aspie. Then he'll be catching up to Stuart Elder. He's just on his own. He's got nice clear air in front of him at the moment, so he's using that. But these guys in front, not only are they now having to deal with lap traffic, they're also having to deal with managing the fuel. And like I said, we may see some green flag pit stops because these 3 cars at the front, 4 of the top 5 have to pit again. And that is going to throw a spanner in the works, if you ask me. It's just not going to help them. Eric Feek is still battling around as well. I thought he was just saying something on the microphone. It was just him with some lap traffic. Always nice to keep an eye on the old CB radios, as they say in America. But top 4 still separated by under a second. We're about to start lap 94. I am worried, Rob, because some of these guys may need to pit shortly.
Well, if they need to pit, if they do it on the green, that's their race essentially done. Unless everybody else around them, because they're all out of sync right now. As that is Adam Fittipaldi on the inside of Kyle Aspie, coming up into 6th position. Crikey. Fittipaldi, I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know how he's saving his tyres well.
New tyres. Remember, it's new tyres. Those tyres are only 20 laps old. Granted, Kyle Aspie's 25 laps old. 5 laps shouldn't be too much of a difference, but remember, he's shaving the egg. I mean, some of these other guys may also be shaving it, but he's just found the right thinness. He's found that right, couple microns is how much he's shaving each time. Well, somebody's probably doing a centimetre or a millimetre. Sorry, a centimetre compared to micron would be huge. So you get the idea what I'm trying to say.
Exactly,
he's managing those tyres really well. In all due fairness, I'd love to know what he's doing, but he's just found a way to make those tyres work compared to others. And he's already catching up to Stuart Elder. In fact, last lap, a couple tenths different between the two of them, which on an oval is a big deal. In fact, Fittipaldi is probably the fastest car out there right now.
Well, he's certainly beating the lap. He's certainly beating the pants off of the guys ahead of him in terms of lap times. I mean, 0.3 of a second isn't like making the bank, but at the very same time, he is still putting in faster laps than Stuart Elder. I mean, within 4 laps, he could be on the back end of a top 5 here. So that's definitely
that GWS. Is that GWS?
That is GWS, yes.
No, that's RWS, isn't it?
It is the Raidillon guesswork system, yes.
Yeah.
RGS. RGS.
Yeah, the RGS. We'll get that right 5 times in a row. But you can see, and there is that lap car of Jan Mabel's still down. Caution is out. Caution is out. I'm not sure what has happened there. Is that? No, I'm not sure full stop what's happened there.
No, I don't think Sean Thorns is the reason why it stopped, but what's gone wrong with his vehicle?
He's not got it in. He has got it in. So what is the reason? I cannot see a reason.
Let's have a look. Let's see where it happened. Where did the caution come out?
You cannot tell me that Simon Thorns brought out the caution doing what he did.
What? Like coming through a crawl? No, it shouldn't.
It can, but he was driving on the road course to avoid everybody.
Yeah, but that shouldn't trigger caution, though.
No, that's what I mean. Anyway, Brad Walsh does not pit. Sean Brown and Brandon Kluge does, though. Is Brad Walsh really banking on a caution? Or has he just forgotten his fuel?
Where is Facciaponti? Oh, he's staying out.
Well, he would, wouldn't he? He's got the fuel, he's got the tyres.
Yeah, so he's in the perfect position.
Stuart Elder not pitting. He might be short a couple laps. That'd be interesting. Just looking around. Nobody else is pitting. I think everybody who needs to pit has pitted. Jan Brony, by the way, gets the lucky dog position. So now we're up to 16 cars on the lead lap. It won't be 16 when some of these guys fill up with fuel because, you know, these things are thirsty. Van Put pitted, by the way.
Yeah.
Van Put did pit.
Yay, finally.
Yay.
He was slow enough to trying to get back on pit road to the sim through the caution. Oh, okay.
All right. Wow. I did not think that would deem a caution, but fair enough. Time to make the joke that nobody wants to hear. iRacing throwing cautions out like it's the NASCAR Cup Series. I said it.
Ooh.
Hey, you know, I'm just saying, you know those two cars that spun off onto the grass in real life? They throw a caution for it. So,
I mean, they didn't do it this time. They didn't do it this summer, and when two cars went like topsy-turvy. They only did it when they rode the fence.
Yeah, because there was an incident, wasn't there? Like no one hit the. Yeah. Anyway, Brad Walsh, Troy Anderson, Stuart Elder, Adam Fittipaldi is your top four. Aspie, Feek, Rita, Dolomar takes to the 8th. I can't find him. Bernard Gutierrez will be 8th. Peter Dolomar will be 9th. Or vice versa. David Wilson will be 10th. As we get ready for restart number 11. Brad Walsh will take them around again. And the pace car will come off. Not right now. I thought we were at 4. We're at 3. 2, I mean. We're on the backstretch. The cones confuse me. I cannot believe after knowing all of my time of oval racing that a blue cone is a pit exit, not a pit entrance. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. What have you done?
I made a mistake. Anyway. Restart number 11. Brad Walsh does not have his teammate with him. No teammates together right now. He will go early. He'll take the Weddle approach, and he does catch only Stuart Elder off. Troy Anderson was ready for it. Very good catch there by Troy Anderson. As Adam Fittipaldi, he goes up to P3. What's P3? He takes P3, and now he's got that line. He's going to be in a nice position right there around the outside. Looks like there's another car going around the outside, almost touching the wall. Fittipaldi's got the run on Anderson. He will take P2 away from Anderson. Good restart there from Fittipaldi. He's only got one car left to beat, and finally he will make his way up to the lead.
Brad Walsh leading Adam Fittipaldi around with 22 laps to go. Fittipaldi can afford some time. He can sit behind and just bide his moment, and then strike when he feels like he feels most confident. Trying to see if he can say, "Hey, Brad Walsh, here's Troy Anderson. You two go ahead and battle with each other and have a scrap out while I just run away. Thank you, bye bye." And he's looking like he might want to try and do it. Getting right up to the rear end bumper of Brad Walsh's vehicle, and he's actually going on the inside.
He got the run. He set the fastest lap. He had the run. Walsh blocks the run. Good little defending here from Brad Walsh. He had to block the runoff, and it has worked out for him. That was Fataponti taking the fastest lap last time around with a 30.063. But Brad, and that's what we haven't seen all race. We haven't seen anyone try to make a defense, trying it again on Fataponti. Fataponti did not have the run, but Walsh may have gone a little bit too hard there. What's the exit like for both these drivers? But Fataponti goes too low, and that will bring Anderson into the fray right now. Now Anderson looks like he could make a move. We're on lap 106 at 125. Anderson yields. We're still going. We're about to hit 107, sorry. Fataponti has to do this run all over again, though. Does he have the time? I think he does. But it's going to be close.
You can just see the 115.82 ahead of him, looking at Troy now, they facing forward. He can just see, he can see it, and he can feel it. Like, he feels like he could threaten the both of them, but it's just not close. He's just not close enough. He's ever so slightly there, but he needs to get just a little bit closer.
No other positions brawling at the rest of the track at the moment. You continue to see that Carl Aspie is back in the area of peak and is not unable to make anything. Look at the run there. It almost looks like Walsh went for another block again. And Fataponti cannot make it work. He's having to keep battling here. Walsh with some very good driving as they just continue to just go, well, what can I do? Meanwhile, this just brings everybody just bunched up a little bit. The more they battle, the more everybody just starts getting collected together. And that's not exactly what you want to see. Anderson's thinking to himself, one mistake and I'm in this. And right now, I hate to say it, Rob, Jan Mavelsa is near them. Now, he might be a move. I never thought I'd be talking about a pick move on an oval.
What's a pick move?
Using a slower class car to block your opponent.
You mean bookmarking?
No, that's putting them in between you. Picking is if you're trying to make an overtake like this and then put the slower cars so they can't overtake you. That is what we're looking at here. We'll see. Mavelsa may have to get out the way very shortly. In fact, there is Mavelsa on the entering free as these guys are starting to get down to the back straight. Ponte cannot get around Brad Walsh. Has he used his tyres up? It's going to be close. Has Brad Walsh got the fuel as well? That's another question. He's hoping. Lap 111. They're having to go around the slow lap car there, but gets around. But he's unable to do this. He's unable to find a run. And when he finds a run, Walsh is there. Walsh is there to say no. This is so tight.
I mean, where else can you... Yeah, exactly. Where else can you go? Other than the prescribed path. And there's not much else you can do. But I will say this. Brad Walsh's tyres are 76 laps old. Fachaponti's is 34. So... my money is placed on Fachaponti being able to find a solution. That's a car striking the wall. That is Stuart Elder striking the wall. Oh, crikey, he struck that quite a hard way. And he's lost 2 positions because of it. He's losing 3.
Losing even more. Yeah, he's lost another one. Because of it. So that's unfortunate for him. Just a heavy hit, especially at this stage of the race. It's not what you want to see because nobody will be coming into pit now. Lap 113 of 125. The only person who will have to pit is if you're struggling for fuel, as is Adam Wolf. But he don't look like he's struggling for fuel right now. Looks like he is having the time of his life. Ponte just cannot find a run. He's asking, where do I go? What can I do? There's nothing he can do. He'll try again, but he cannot close the gap enough. Lap 114 of 125. We're coming down to 12 to go. And look at him. He gets so close on the entry into 1. What does he do on the exit out of 2? It's good. It's strong. He might have it here. He's trying to use as much as he can. He's trying to find an overlap. He's trying to go sideways. And yes, he pushes Brad Walsh up high. Brad didn't realize Adam Fattaponte was going to go for it. And Fattaponte in that 150 finally gets it. But here comes Brad Walsh. He's trying to fight back. Don't think he's able to right now. Walsh has to look at making a move, and he has to think about it. Maybe a little bit of a send. There was no bump and run there by Fattaponte. Brad Walsh realized what was going on and pulled away as fast as he could.
And, you know, with 11 laps to go, Facciaponti has chosen the right moment to really start pushing the Adam
Envelope.
rocking the U-Dogs driver suit. Ooh.
We'll have to look at that in a moment.
Yeah, let's get it now. Oh no, wait, the gyro doesn't work. I mean, you can see it. You can see it somewhat. I mean, I thought it looked like a bit like Tron, you know. You know, kind of like all futuristic and being like, you know, not well 1970s futuristic now. I mean,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Lap 117 now. So he cannot pull up. This is what I'm intrigued about right now. He's unable to pull away from Brad Walsh. Brad Walsh is just constantly pushing him. He's constantly just asking the question. And Facciaponti, he had it pretty easy the first race. He's not having it easy this race. He'll come around again. These two are starting to pull away though from the likes of Anderson and Feig. You know, everyone's just behind, just having a battle. If I am right, there will be overtime if there is a wreck near the end.
a green-white caution, yes.
Green-white checker. Green-white checker.
Oh, bother.
Or overtime, as they call it nowadays. I don't know.
It's GUWC. What's known as GWC, green-white checker. GUWC. Even I knew that.
This is why I don't bring you along. This is why I don't bring you along for the ovals. Lap 119. You're not missing a lot. Like I said, there are some battles just happening near the mid pack there. Look at this. The caution. Caution's come out. Oh, this is crucial. Crozier gets spun around by one of the missed Apex guys. That's the 3-1-3 there of Sal Watley. They came together going into turn 1.
Oh. I think that was more Crozier coming down on him.
I think you're right there. And the age-old adage, you're wrecking for 26th, as some people will say.
Oh yeah, he
but
did.
Every position is a position. But Rob, this is crucial. This is big. Because the leaders are on lap 120. And by the time the pace car comes around, it will be a green-white checker. Wow. Just when we thought there may be, the answer is yes.
It will be very tight, but I think it could play into Facciaponti's hands very easily here. We are on lap 1, 2, 2. I'm pretty sure it will go to green-white checkered.
Regardless, they may not have enough. They either have enough laps to do a non-overtime assisted green-white checkered, or they may just have to go one lap over, so it is overtime. Not entirely sure how the laps will work out here. We'll wait and see. Your running order there, as you can see, Facciaponti got back to the lead. Brad Walsh in P2, Anderson third, Eric Feig in fourth, Kenneth Reader is fifth. Meanwhile, Stuart Elder makes up 14 places and is sixth. And I had my microphone unmuted, Rob.
Yeah.
And Thomas Siegernagel went on the microphone. Come on, I'm the lucky dog. Woof, woof, woof.
Who has the extra fuel? Oh. This could turn out very badly for Brad Walsh. He's got 80. He's on it. And his current sit right now, he pitted 86 laps ago.
He's on it. He's on it.
Oh dear.
And overtime, and he might be screwed. He might be having to clutch it right now.
Oh, he might be having to pray quite badly. He'd be like,
"Oh yeah,
please, pace car, please go in, please, please."
Yeah, he wants to go. Trust me, the pace car lights are still on, and we're about to start lap. Everyone's going woof 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 in chat. Oh no. Oh, sorry. I'm just laughing at that woof woof woof.
Woof woof woof. dear God.
Yeah. Woof, woof. I've got no words. So this brings me to remind everybody, bestfriends.org is this round's charity for the race. Remember, it's a cause I really love. For a cause I really love. Just helping pets. Helping animals find a home, rescue animals and everything. It's a fantastic cause. So. Lights are off, Rob. You ready for one more time?
One more time. Bow, bow.
Oh my God. We're getting demonetized for that.
Yeah. One more
We are
time.
going to have a green white. We're going to have a green white checkered on our own account. If there is a wreck, we go to overtime. But as they will take the flag, it will be lap 124. Facaponte will lead them off. He holds them, he goes. He catches them off with a little bit of a stutter step, and he goes. He guns it. He's going to try to get a gap over Brad Walsh. He is doing that right now. But Walsh is going to battle as hard as he can, and it looks like Troy Anderson's got a bit too hard, but he does get caught back. Eric Feek almost made a move to overtake him there. Unable to. There's almost 3 wide in the background. And it looks like Eric Feek, is battling here. You can see Walsh still on the back of Fittipaldi. He's trying to find the run. A little bit of a wiggle out of 4. He's not going to be able to make it this time. White flag drops. White flag drops. And Facaponte will continue to hold on to this. Meanwhile, in the back, that looks like Kenneth Reeder is going to make a move on Eric Feek as they're going on. Remember, next flag ends the race. Facaponte has the run. He has the run out away from Brad Walsh. I think he's got enough time to do this. Does he hold on to this? Coming around the final corners. Into 4 they go. Facaponte holds on. He gets the double. The winner of the Musket 250. It's the 150 of Adam Facaponte.
I think we can say without a doubt that the real winner is indeed Facaponte, because he's won race 1 and he won race 2. Well done to him. Brad Walsh coming home in a 2nd place. Very well done to him. Troy Anderson in 3rd. Feek in 5th. Kenneth Reeder in 4th. Stuart Elder in 6th. Sean Brown 7th. My God, after having such bad luck over the last few laps with especially with that really weird incident where they just had that caution, that crash during caution. I'm pretty sure he's happy that it didn't go too badly for him. Brandon Kluge again with good results for him. Now let's get those official race results up for you.
Oh, Adam, love it. Adam, I love it. And I'll tell you what, Rob, before you say anything, that is a Polish lap coming out from Adam Facaponte, and I think it's fitting. Because on the back of his car, what did it say?
Racing for John.
Racing for John. R.I.P. John King. And then he does a little bit of a slide. I think he realized he was starting to do a Polish lap. Now he's doing a burnout, but without racing for John. To you, John. And I think Adam's just given a really good race there. As we go down the results, you can see Adam Facaponte takes the victory from Brad Walsh. Troy Anderson will come home 3rd. Kenneth Reeder will be 4th. Eric Feek will be 5th. Stuart Elder made up 14 places to come home 6th. Sean Brown finishes 7th. Mike Gaunt 8th. And Brandon Kluge with the last car was 9th. David Wilson was 10th. Carl Aspie 11th. Peter Dolomer was 12th. And Bernhard Gutierrez was 13th. Jan Bruni, unfortunately, started at the top, lost 12 positions and finished 14th overall. Thomas Silvernagel made 11 places up to finish 15th. Last car on the lead lap. Tom Van Put and Marco Smits were both a lap down, 16th and 17th respectively. Jack Weddle started on pole but finished 2 laps down in 18th. Crozier 19th. He also started 3rd. He goes 2 laps down in 19th overall. Colin Ward 2 laps down, 20th. Patrick Neese 2 laps down, 21st. Then Scott Kuka's 3 laps down in 22nd. Mason Marzoff 23 laps down, 4 laps down in 23rd. Sorry. Jan Ravelsa was 13 laps down in 24th. Sam Watley 19 laps down in 25th. Forsten Oliver Zimmerman 26 laps down, 23 laps down. Wolfdeep Dakota 29 laps down in 27th. And Simon Horns was the last of the runners for the final race, 31 laps down in 28th.
And that was, well, I mean, that was essentially the Musket 250. Very odd that it just passed by. I thought I was going to be there going, I want this to go. You know what I mean? Sort of like, you know, because I'm not an oval person, but I really enjoyed it.
Shall we jump in back to our Discord and have an interview with some of our drivers, because
are they there? They're waiting for us.
Racing. We are. Yeah, they are.
Oh yes. Let's get them.
Let's get in there.
Seamless. So seamless.
So, I think we will bring in our first one because, like I said, it was great to see at the back of that car, the Racing for John in such a point in time. First in the first race, first in the second race. It's Adam Fataponte. Congratulations for one hell of a race.
Well, thank you. Nice to be back here with you guys again. Yeah, it was that second race was definitely a lot more eventful. I spun at one point. I wrecked some guys in midfield. I apologize about that. I just got in the corner too deep. I tried backing my corner up because I knew, midfield it'd be a little bit slower getting in there, and I just misjudged it and wrecked some guys. So I feel bad about that. But other than that, yeah, I mean, can't complain, I guess. I knew I had a good car. I knew I just had to execute and try and stay out of trouble, and then try not to get the pit strategy wrong. It's easy to get lap down pitting with these cars. So yeah, just everything went my way, I guess, with timing and cautions and things like that. It helped me out to get back to the front. And then I got to give Brad Walsh a lot of credit too. He did a great job there holding me off as long as he did. I think I had fresher tires than he did, and he was very gentlemanly. When I moved to the inside there, I was just barely there, and I think a lot of guys would have tried to chop me off, but he left me some racing room, and so I appreciate that.
Well, let's bring Brad in, because I know sometimes people go, "Oh, you're bringing people together." No, this is respectful. Brad, some great racing there at the end. I mean, Adam's just said the respect you gave him. I'm sure it comes both ways. So great racing by both of you, Brad. Unfortunately, it was a P2, but you had some great times there at the front, and I gotta know, the first thing I gotta ask you first, Brad, how close were you to the fuel?
At the end of the race, I was still sitting on 2.5 gallons.
Oh wow!
I could have made another 8 to 9 laps.
Rob, the estimates were wrong.
Yeah, we were guessing that because you had pitted. By the time you guys crossed the line, you had pitted 89 laps ago. You'd pitted on lap, I think, 40-ish. I think 40 or 39. You'd pitted very early in the race, and then you did the one lap wonder.
Yeah,
Or the one-stop wonder.
I pitted there to take fuel only, and I realized I took tires there by accident, so I was like, crap, now I got to make it to the end. So
were you trying to two-stop where you were just fuel and then tires? And you were just trying to...
I was going to do fuel that, pit stop, and just take tires later on in the race, but since I took tires there, I'm like, well, I'm not pitting the rest of the race, so I got to make these tires last, I got to make these fuel last, so that's what I did.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to Adam here. You took a different strategy, didn't you? Because you took fuel, then you took fuel second time, and then after a caution, literally a lap after the restart, you decided, I'm going in for tires. Am I right? Was that just a decision you were hoping, or you were just hoping for a caution to just take the last bit of your, take the tires? Was that your plan there, or were you just thinking maybe I was short?
Well, no, I only took fuel once. That first stop I came in and got fuel. That was the only fuel I got. And then when I came in the second time for the tires, I actually meant to come in the caution before that. But some guys had somebody had like a blown engine, I think, and was limping around the track, and I wasn't sure how far behind the pace car I was, so I didn't want to pit that yellow. So I got my tires with like 50 to go, I think. And then I had to, use them up a little bit, getting through everybody. And then some guys pitted even later than that to get their tires and try to come through. So that gained me some spots too. And then had a heck of a battle there with Brad.
Yeah, one thing we did notice was the tire saving, because there was some, especially in the first 125 laps, the first race, we could see that there was some guys struggling with tires where you, Adam, were just going fine. Was there any tire saving? Was it just basically just a case of just smooth inputs, instead of just throwing the car around?
I'd say a little bit of both. I mean, I wouldn't say I was consciously saving tires very often. There were a few points where I was like, okay, let me take it easy for a few laps here, but that was kind of few and far between. Mostly it was I just spent a lot of time practicing full fuel runs and trying to save my tires and be easy on them kind of naturally, where I didn't really have to think about it. So just practice, I'd say.
Rob,
I will say all those caution laps though do help the tire wear. Just all those caution laps, you're not wearing out that right rear tire because of it. Because all those green flag laps, you're just blowing up that right rear. You're just heating it up way too much, where it just gets looser and looser as you run. So where if you run full 85 laps, your just right rear's gone to like 5% wear at the end of it. If you run it full run.
So the problem child was the right rear, as it were, was it? For both of you?
Yeah, it just gets looser and looser. It's not the right front, it's the right rear. You're just driving off the right rear with these cars, so as you run under green and under speed, you just burning up that right rear and heating it up more and more.
Yeah, well, like we said about the caution laps, 10 cautions overall, 39 caution laps, which is basically a quarter of the race is on the caution. So it will just allow those tires to just go and have a nice bit of refresh there. So really did enjoy what both of you did there, especially with Adam with that fantastic run back at the course. Brad, yourself with a P6 in the first race. Nothing to complain about as well, and a very, very confusing first race with a lot of drivers going by. I'll ask you first. I don't know if you've got anything to add, Rob.
I don't know, other than do these guys have any shout-outs they'd like to give?
That was what I was going to say.
As leader of the race, yeah. We'll ask Brad first. Yeah, commiseration prize. He gets the shout out first.
I do want to congratulate Adam on the win, and just say that me and him, when we're always racing around each other, we always race hard, but we race really clean. So it's good to have somebody around that I can trust around him, then be able to race hard and race clean with him. So it's good to see.
And Adam, have you got any shout outs?
Yeah, I'll reciprocate that back to Brad. I appreciate him racing me clean and everything, and especially that last restart there. My car, for whatever reason, does not like the first lap after a restart, and he got really close to me in turn 3, and he probably could have put the bumper to me, but he didn't. So I appreciate that, and I just like to say good luck to my former teammates with Unorthodox Motorsports and Evolve Sim Sports with their races today, and just thanks to you guys for putting on a good broadcast and bringing us in.
Perfect. And it's our pleasure to be able to broadcast it for you guys.
Well, all the best, guys. Hopefully we see you next time around for the Nürburgring 2.4. But until then, have a good rest of your day. Have a nice rest. And you don't have to do any more modifies for a little bit longer. But thank you and well done, both of you guys, today.
Thank you. Take care.
And while we're here, just one more here. We've got Troy Anderson now in with us, P3, who himself, had a very eventful race, Troy. There's a lot of ups and downs, but the first thing I want to talk about isn't the feature. It's the first 125 lap, because you came so close to getting the pole position. You were battling Jack Weddell in the first race, and you just fell short in 11th. So that must have been a little bit frustrating.
That was really frustrating, actually. We ended up with a car ahead of us that was on the lead lap, or at least a lap ahead of us, and he pushed wide on entering turn 3. I thought I might have a chance, but I just couldn't get a run on him. But that was my fault anyways. I had screwed up earlier on the pit. I knew Adam was fast, and I was just going to follow him, kind of mirror his strategy. And when I came in, somehow I had turned off my fuel reload. That's why I came out ahead of everybody so quickly there earlier in the race. And so I was left scrambling, and knew I was going to have some work to do, and just didn't work out.
At
least for the first one.
Yeah, I remember that, and I thought, oh, Troy's on a different strategy. I think you did the same thing. I'm going to throw that out 1 second. You had the same issue. You had the same issue in the first race. Well, not the same issue. You had the same thing in the first race, didn't you? You took less fuel than the others, I seem to remember. So was it just a case of just, trying to stay on the lead lap when you were taking fuel, or were you just prepared to just fully tank up the tank?
Well, in the first heat, I had, like I said, I just turned off the fuel. So in the second race, I came in, I was just watching my laps, and as soon as I knew I had enough, as soon as I knew I could take a couple more gallons and have enough fuel to the end, that's when I changed tires, and that kept me in the top 5 there for the back half of that second race.
And I do know one thing I do remember as well. You had some really good restarts, especially when you're at the front row. Sometimes I think, and you weren't getting caught off. Talk us through that, because I mean I know as I've done ovals myself, but for like the likes of Rob and some people that don't know ovals, what's the secret behind that?
Well, in a situation like that, I was never the starter. I was never in first for a start, I don't think. But
no, you weren't.
I just have my foot on the gas, and I just watch that first car, and as soon as it flinches, I hammer it. And there was a couple of times I almost ran over the guy in front of me, and I had to let off.
I think it did pay crucial to you, just being able to get the better starts, and I think you made up. I think every restart you made up at least one position. I'm trying to think when you didn't, but there were so many restarts there. It was hard to take note about that. Rob, I don't know if you've got anything to add.
I do, actually. On that final restart, how was the car scrambling to get off the line? Were the tires really sort of showing their age at that point, or the wear and tear?
Yeah, they were a little greasy, and I think as soon as you have quite a few laps on them and they cool off on those pace laps, they're a little greasy on the start. And but I mean I wasn't going to have anything for Adam or Brad anyways. They would have had to have made a mistake, and I thought they were going to. I thought they might take each other out, and I might get one kind of cheap. But this was all a credit to my team, the Unorthodox Motorsports team. They put in a lot of time on this car, and they're the reason I was able to run so well. Mm-hmm. I should have done better by him in that first heat, though. That one's going to be gnawing at me for a while.
Well, I've only got one more question left. Are you ready for the Nürburgring?
I am not a strong road course racer, so that'll be just to kind of survive the green hell and do my best.
Don't worry, Troy. Literally, that is the goal of any Nürburgring race, is just survive. So hopefully we get to see you out there. We'll let you go for the rest of your day. Have a good evening or whatever you're planning to do. Hopefully we see you next time around. Congratulations on a third, and all the best.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. And just one more thing. My thoughts go out to John King and his family. I didn't know him, but I know what he meant to the majors. And, that's just, cancer sucks.
I think we can all get behind that. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. All the best, Troy. And like I said, thank you. We will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Rob, that was a fun Musket 250.
I'm completely broken. I'm going to attempt to sneak in a drink of water and sit down and reminisce over the race that we just had. It was an absolutely cracker of a race. Well, you're going to say something.
The only thing I was going to say is I was about to just go over everything, because That's been a fantastic race for us today. A fantastic job. If this is your first time watching Raidillon TV on the Major Series, we are Raidillon TV, aka the only corner you need. If you like what you've seen today, hit that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more of our broadcasts, and that bell will let you know when we're going live. Our next broadcast, unfortunately, will be Wednesday evening, late evening for the Europeans, but in the evening, early evening for the Americans, for the RSR Americas series on Wednesday. That's the only league racing coming up this week with the end of the World Series. But if you like our flagship league that we broadcast, the World Series, Season 4 is coming soon, and we can give you more information on that. We'll be back next Wednesday, of course, and Friday, hopefully, for the VRS European Sprint Series, followed by the Huskinveld GT Challenge next Sunday. Underneath the video is a link to our Discord if you'd like to join our community, and trackcams22.com, providing the camera angles once again for us. Thank you very much for allowing us to use them. As you can see, I think I'm a little bit brain frazzled at the moment, but I think that's it, Rob. So for one more time, my name has been Craig King.
My have been Robert O'Brien.
And this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.